But today we are going to be once again in Canva because I mean that's what our world is revolving around right now.
Literally. Design Space who?
Yeah.
We have been in Canva so much. So, and this one's really cool because I feel like the book world, like the Kindle world, it's kind of like a thing right now.
Yes.
And also stickers are always a thing. So this is like combining the two and then creating a really fun project that also, these are good sellable projects.
Very good sellable projects to either do as like digital downloads.
Yes.
Or to do if you wanted to sell them. And this is going to be for those people who love stickers, but like are sticker hoarders, if that makes sense. Like I used to be a sticker hoarder. Like I would buy stickers because I love them, but then the fact that I feel like they were permanent
And you didn't want to use them.
and I didn't want to use them, like I wanted to save them for something special.
Yeah.
So I would never use them. I would hoard them.
Yes, I know. My sister is like that too. I'm not. I just want to stick them all over everything.
And let's take a looky at what we are making today.
So cute.
This is so cute, and y'all, it's just a piece of paper.
Yeah, and you can change the insert out.
And you can change the insert out. So once you create one, like if you wanted to go for a certain vibe, you can do that here. And then you can make 2 or 3 of these at one time and then come back and like change them out to match your outfit or your
Sadie is
mood.
notorious for this. This is Sadie's tutorial because she likes to
Yeah.
match her phone cases to her outfits, which is really cute in my opinion.
Yeah. So anyway, we are going to be doing this today and we're going to be creating it in Canva, and then we are going to send it over to Design Space and then cut it out in Design Space so you can see how we do that. As far as materials, I have none on the table right now because I am a doofus. But anyway, you're gonna need a mat, clearly, and you're gonna need some type of cardstock paper. This is
A medium weight.
medium, 65 pound.
Yeah.
I can tell.
I think I've got some in the printer already
Yeah.
too. So
So paper, an inkjet printer, and a mat. That's it. And your case.
Susan says we're the fastest talking Tennesseans she's ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's good. That means we fit in with the city folk.
That's right. That's right. Okay. So let me go ahead and get signed into our computer really quickly, and then we will start building this.
Yeah.
And we are going to, if you'll give me just a second, we're gonna build it from scratch. Y'all, I'm not gonna do the same thing. I don't even have like in my head where I want to go with this.
I mean, if it was me, it would be
I know what it would
Akatar
be.
theme,
Oh,
yeah.
I know. I knew you were going there.
I mean, what else would I do? I'm obsessed. I'm just obsessed.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
What can
honestly.
I say except you're welcome?
I mean, truly, I'm addicted. It's a problem.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and hop over to our share screen. And we are going to start by grabbing some cut files from the MGL website. We are going to merge cut files from the website with some Canva elements as well. And we're going to show you really what the secret sauce for today is. We're going to show you how you can add a offset, and I say that in quotations, an offset to your files in Canva, okay? So if we're just, we want to make it, if you will do it, Akatar, a Court of Thorns and Roses, for those who were curious. So first thing that pops into my mind is I need mountains.
Yes.
So let's go find us a mountain file.
Valaris. The city of starlights. Are there wolves? No.
I kind of like this one, and
I'm
I think we
digging.
can cut that off possibly.
Yeah, digging that for sure.
And I'll show you.
Oh, that's
it.
giving.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
So we're gonna grab this. It's even the right colors, I feel like. When we
Yeah.
can add some stuff to it. We'll add the 3 stars on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got that one. We've downloaded that one. Let's go to stars. We're gonna need these stars.
I
Just gonna go
always use
ahead.
those stars, you guys.
Always.
I use them all the time.
Yes, love those stars. Tea. We're gonna look for a teacup.
The tea.
Teacup.
Tea.
Positivity. I could probably cut that off and use that one possibly. Now some of these,
The
what?
tea bag flowers. That's kind of cute.
I like. We'll get that one. I like the tea bag. And we'll do something about the cereal.
Yeah.
Cereal always has the hottest tea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Piping hot cereal tea.
Okay, so we'll get that one, and then we have stars, we have mountains, we have the tea. What else do we need?
We need wings.
I'll probably grab those from Canva.
Okay. Do we need to do like a word one? Let's do like a Valaris or hello Feyre darling.
Okay, so let's go to our fonts. Lindsay asked what, first of all, look at our new fonts. They're super cute. She asked, what book did y'all say this is? This is A Court of Thorns and Roses.
If you're interested, you should definitely read it. So we can all be on the same page. I feel like telling everyone to read it so we can all talk about it.
So we'll grab a font. Let's see what kind of font we want. I think this Arabella is pretty.
It's giving.
It's giving Feyre darling. So we'll download that one, and then we'll grab the rest of it from Canva. So let's go to Canva now that we've got, actually let me go back and let me unzip these files real quick. So really quickly, I'm going to, first of all, you technically in Canva don't have to install a font onto your computer to get it onto Canva, just FYI. But we're gonna unzip this. We're gonna make sure we unzip each file. So we'll come back here, stars, unzip, back here, mountains, unzip. Okay, so we're good. We're gonna go back to Canva. First thing we're gonna do is we're going to create a design. Now, we are in the new interface of Canva. We are gonna start using that here, so just be aware this may not be exactly what yours looks like right now, but it is going to be what yours looks like come August. So just go ahead and be prepared. I'm doing this on an 8.5 by 11. That way I can get the right or similar sizing that I need, because I know that I'm going to print this on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So that's why I always choose the size paper that I'm printing on, just so I can keep it in my head the right size according to what we're doing. So I'm choosing 8.5 by 11. It's going to, oh, that's new.
What?
Okay, so normally Canva will open up a new page when you create a new design. It did not do that this time.
Cool. So where's your old page?
This is it, I'm on it. It doesn't open up a new page.
What if you had something on the old page though?
Well, I went back home. I was from the home screen and created a new design.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So anyway,
less tabs is better, my opinion.
Fun fact. So what we're gonna do is I personally am gonna start by uploading my designs that I need, that I just downloaded. So I am going to come over here to uploads. I'm going to select upload files, and you can do this a couple different ways. You can select the uploads files and go to your downloads, or you can bring in your Finder or whatever other, it's Finder for Mac. It is
File Explorer.
File Explorer for
Windows
computers. So you can take this, and we're just going to drag and drop.
Yaha.
Super easy. And actually, I may go ahead and do the SVG2 and pull that in, and that way I can edit the colors.
Christine made a really good point. So she says, I hope I learned something, but I don't use Kindle other than on my phone. So This tutorial and any other tutorial for that matter that we do, we always try to teach you all techniques rather than just for that specific project. So just because we're showing you a Kindle like background or Kindle case cover or whatever,
yes,
this can be adapted. This technique can be adapted to fit whatever case. So it could be your laptop cover, it could be your cell phone case, anything.
Yes.
You're just going to have to fix the dimensions of whatever you're designing on, but you can do the same exact thing that we're doing.
So you can do this literally for anything. All we have done, and we'll go overhead, we have bought a clear case from Amazon. So this can be for your Kindle. Clearly we don't have a Kindle in it, but you could even get a clear case for your laptop. And now it would be kind of hard to do a full like laptop sleeve because it's not, unless you have a printer that can print larger than 8.5 by 11, you could probably do it. Like ours is 12 by 12, and would that fit? Do you? No, yours is a 15 inch.
Yeah, mine's 15.
So it'd still be 12 by 12. So if you have a smaller laptop, you could do that, or you can do this with a phone case and just get a clear, like this is a clear plastic rubbery case that we got from Amazon. You could get this for a phone and do the same thing for your phone. So tablet would work, iPad, all of those things would be great for this project. It doesn't have to just be a Kindle. It can be any device that you want. So just keep that in mind. So we'll go back to our share screen and we're just gonna start the process of building now that I've grabbed the MGL files that I plan on using. And like I said, I'm gonna do a little mix of MGL and Canva files. But in case you all didn't know, when you are downloading images into Canva, if you have the option, I personally would always download the SVG versus the PNG, and here is why. Because when I pull in certain things, for example, if I would have downloaded the PNG of these stars, they would have had to have stayed that yellow color. However, because I downloaded the SVG version, I can now come up here to the color and I can change the color to literally whatever I want. Whereas, like I said, if it's a PNG, it is a set color. Same thing with the mountains, and I'll bring in both of these mountains so you can see. So let me delete the stars right here. This one is the PNG version of the mountain, okay? This is the PNG. Do you see up here where there's nowhere to change your colors? I mean, I can go to edit and I can edit the photo if I wanted to adjust. You can change the temperature and adjust it that way.
Even duotone, you can kind of.
You can, yeah, you
but
can.
But it's not specific.
Right.
It's
and
hard.
It's really just changing. It is changing the colors, but it's not to what you want. You're just limited to what you have. And like Alicia said, you can go to duotone, like here is duotone, and you can change it that way a little bit. But if I click on this one, you can see that all of these colors are picked up here, and I can change the colors according to whatever I want.
Yes.
So it's completely customizable that way, and then you can still go to edit and you can still edit and add filters and all of that stuff if you wanted to, but each individual color is editable and you can truly make it customizable. So if you have the option, that's why I always say to download the SVG version versus the PNG. So we're just going to bring these back in, and we'll bring each of these in, and I will size and edit them here in just a second. Like this tea bag, I knew I didn't want it yellow. That's why I downloaded the PNG, so I could change it to black. So we are going to start the process of building our insert for our Kindle case.
Yeah.
So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to elements, and I want to choose my background. So you can, if you wanted to, let's just type in background and see everything that comes up. And you can see here, you can choose a photo or you can go to graphics, and we'll just go to graphics. There's some really cool backgrounds that pulls up. If there is something very specific that you want, you can search something very specific. But if I don't have anything in mind, normally I just start out when I just type in background and go from there. So I believe that I want,
It's hard to decide on the
I know.
on the tip of the hat.
I think I'm gonna go with this.
Cute.
However, and I am turning it on its side and I am going to send it all the way to the back. However, I'm changing the colors and I want, oh, I kind of like that creamy.
Oh yeah, I love the cream with the black.
But I mean, I also love a good white.
What about a cream and a white instead of cream and a black? So it's like more subtle.
No? Yeah? No? Okay.
Maybe like a black and a less black.
A black and a less black? Okay.
I don't know about gray, but like a black and like a dark purple or something.
Ooh, that would be pretty. Let's go to here.
The gray's not bad though. Like a muted dark. I love that. It's giving Beetlejuice. You guys, there's a new Beetlejuice movie coming out. There's a new. You guys knew?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm obsessed with Beetlejuice. I've probably watched Beetlejuice more times than any other movie ever besides Burlesque. I've watched Burlesque a lot of times, and Titanic. So I have a wider range of movie. But when I saw the preview for that, I was like almost cried. I almost cried. And it has everyone in it.
I know. I'm excited.
Except it's not the original Beetlejuice, but I'll allow it.
I'll allow.
I'm really excited.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to start placing our faux stickers kind of where we want it. So I'm going to start and we'll zoom in so you guys can see. I'm actually going to change this back to black and I changed it to white because you can't see it, but I want to, after I change it to black, I want to come over here to edit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down to where it says shadows. Now, this is it kind of throws you off, but this is where you're going to find your outline. So when we go to shadows, we come over here to outline. Now we can add a white outline and then we can size it up so that it starts to fill up. Now there are a couple little places inside that I do want to fill up as well. So I'll show you how I would do that. I'm going to make it, no, I still think I want it pretty large for this one.
Cute.
And I really don't like that white against that either. So now I don't know what I want to do.
You guys, I was wrong. It is Michael Keaton in both the old and the new Beetlejuice. He looks a lot different in the new one. It looks like his head grew.
What? It looks like his head.
Like in the preview, I was like, that new Beetlejuice has a really large head. But I didn't think it in the original one. He looks much smaller.
I don't know what color I want my outline to be. I'm having issues.
Wait, why not white? You didn't like it? Ooh, that's pretty, Lauren. That like misty grayish blue. I'm feeling the purples and the blues and like the cool tones.
I feel like you almost have to because it's Night Court theme.
Yeah, me too. I like that. Like an icy blue.
I don't like that as much. Let me go back up to icy.
I'm honestly, you guys, impressed that Lauren is so making this decision so quickly.
I mean,
This is
yeah.
not
Same.
something Lauren would normally do, but you're doing a great job.
Thanks. Thanks. I appreciate it. Okay. So remember I said when you add this outline, it's still going to give you, there are possibilities of there being like places inside. And I want this to be fully done. And let me make this a little bit smaller possibly. Okay. This is a little bit better, but
cute.
It's still not giving in the middle. So what I would do is I'm gonna pull in a square And I showed you guys how to do this the other day. And now this blue is not coming up. I'm gonna have to, okay, we're gonna have to get this hex code.
Get it, girl.
BBCDD4.
BBCDD4.
Okay, so we're gonna come back over here. I'm going to type in this hex code.
Didn't even need me.
Beautiful. Did not need you. And I'm just going to size this down. We might have to rotate it a little bit. And don't worry if it overlaps some of this stuff. It's not a big deal because what we're fixing to do next is I am sending to back. And look, now it's all taken care of. Boom. Like normal. And now I'm going to select, I'm actually gonna go to position because it's hard, and I'm gonna go to my layers panel. So I have the tea bag selected. And I have the little square that I put behind it. I'm going to select that. You see they're both purple. Now I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna group them together. So now you can see how they grouped those together, and now I can resize this and it sizes the whole thing. So that is just my little hack when it comes to, ooh.
Where's it going?
Where is it going?
Did it not attach?
It did, but where I was squeezing it in, it also squeezed in what was behind it. So I was just trying to edit that down. Not a big deal. Not a big deal.
That's a good little hack though, really.
Yes.
Because you'll run into that problem a lot.
Yeah. So we'll play around with the positioning of it, but we're still gonna go with and I think I want to change one little part of this to this icy blue. Let me change this one to that blue so that nope. I want to go back. I don't like that one. Maybe this one to the icy blue. Yes. So that we're starting to fit together.
Yeah.
And I do think I want to change this one to the color of the... No. Do you see where I changed that to the purple that's behind it?
Yeah.
I don't think I like that as much.
Not the vibe.
No.
We can incorporate it elsewhere.
We'll incorporate it elsewhere. Actually, we could make the stars. So another thing that you can do to edit out certain features, so like, let's say you only wanted one of these stars, what I would do is I would go to edit, and then we can crop, if you'll give me a second. We're still also right here. Let's just crop. And you can crop out like the other features and just have like the one little star. So now I just have the one that I can place.
And you can duplicate it and resize it if you needed to.
Yeah. So that is a workaround when it comes to, and I'm just making this bounding box smaller just because I'm a psycho. I'm really not editing anything out. I'm just making that bounding box smaller. So now we can make this larger, and like we can zoom in and we can add in our stars here on top.
Cutesy pootsy.
And then we can duplicate and make this one a little smaller and duplicate again and bring this one over here. And now we're gonna change the colors to that dark purple. Yes, it's coming together.
It's starting to form. You can see it so much better now.
Now do you see where we're going?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm digging.
Me too.
I also think I want to change the outline of this. I don't know if it's gonna work. No, that is not giving personally.
What was it, black?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it black. We'll just keep it black. Not a big deal, not a big deal. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select all of these as well, and I'm just gonna group them together just so they don't move, so that they all move in unison. We're gonna move in unison. And we're just gonna keep adding little stickers around here. So I do want to say, I'm gonna show you, we'll add some text. So let's come over here to our text. I want to add a new font. So we're gonna add new, upload a font. This is if you have Pro, you can do this. We're gonna select add new. Remember how I said that you don't have to download onto your computer to get it into Canva? You don't. So all you have to do is come over here. The Arabella is the name of the font, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Okay, Arabella. I didn't unzip it. That's what I didn't do. Let's do that real quick. Let's go back over here and unzip. Beautiful. So now it's there. We can come back to Canva. We can go to add new font, upload a font. Now we can go to add new, downloads. You know what? We're just gonna pull in our Finder and I'm just gonna drag and drop.
Sometimes that's the easiest way. For some reason, I have been having a hard time finding my font downloads on like Canva.
I know. So we're gonna come back to our box over here. I hit T. That is my little hacky hack when it comes to adding a text box in Canva is all you have to do is hit the letter T. And we're gonna change this to that Arabella font. So we have to go to See All and we're gonna type in Arabella, boom. Now, hello. Is it hello, comma, Farah darling?
Is it? Hello, Farah. Pause, darling. Let me Google it. Hello, Farah. I don't know what it looks like in the book. Okay.
Okay, so we are going to make this a lot bigger.
Hello, comma, Farah, darling.
Okay, that's what I thought.
In my brain, I don't say it like that.
I know. Maybe this one's gonna have to be white. Maybe this one is not. Oof. I'm not digging. I'm not digging it yet.
I kind of like that font.
I do like the font.
Yeah.
It's just like,
it needs an offset.
It does need an offset. So what we're gonna do to add an offset to this is we are going to go to this little arrow, see more, and now you can add lift, you can make it hollow, you can do the splice, you can do an offset. So let's add an offset. I'm gonna click it again. So if you are in here, to get it really, you can change the basic color of the font here if you are in the new Canva, but to change your outline color, you click it once, or let's say here we have Echo, so we want to do outline. You have to click it again for it to come up the outline color and the thickness of the outline. What do we think with that?
I think the word needs to be a different color maybe.
Okay.
It's hard to see from here.
So let's go to text color, black.
Yeah, maybe. You can see it a lot better now. Definitely.
Purple?
No. I think black probably.
Okay.
I love these colors.
What if we did black and then we come back to the outline color? No. I'm kind of digging like this lilac.
Yeah,
Let's do lilac. Okay, so we're gonna zoom back out. We're just moving things around where we want them. Let's add some Canva elements. So let's go to elements and we'll do, what's next?
Let's think. We've got T, we've got mountains, we have a quote sort of.
Bat wings.
Bat wings, yeah.
We need bat wings. So we're just typing in what we're looking for, and then we will add it to our canvas.
Teresa, we're gonna show you how to print this from Canva.
Yes, we're gonna show you how to print this from Canva, or we're gonna show you how to print it. We're gonna show, first of all, we're gonna show you how to first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna show you how to, what am I trying to say? How to download it from Canva to print from Cricut.
Cricut, yes. So
You
can
do
make it a
have
print
to
then
print it
cut.
from Cricut.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing now is I'm just changing, adding more elements. We're gonna have to change the color of the wings to black. But once again, we're going back to edit. We're going to the shadows. Okay, we're going to our outline. We're gonna add an outline color. Let's do, a darker blue maybe? No. Oh,
It's
Lord.
interesting selecting offsets for this background because it's pretty contrasted.
Yeah.
And so you like run into the issue of trying to find a color that pops off of the back while not being too dark for the like image.
I think I like that one. It's like blue, but it's not white, but it's also not blue.
That's cute.
So what I'm doing now, because if you look, I don't have, this is gonna be pretty large for what we are gonna be working with, and I'm gonna show you how we'll do this here in a minute. So I don't want, if you have Canva elements, you can actually kind of like push them off to the side and they get cut off by the side of the paper. However, with this one, it's not off to the side. So what you can do if you want part of it hanging off the side, you can do that. And then if you bring it in, you can snap that to that edge so that it looks like it's hanging off. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's what we're gonna do for this. We're just gonna make it look like it's hanging off the edge so the full thing is not on there. So we're just gonna keep building some other things. Let's do City of Starlight. So once again, I'm gonna add another text box here. I'm going to change the font for this one, but I want to do City of, did I not spell that right? City of Starlight. And then I'm going to change my font. We're gonna go to See All. We don't want this.
Type in tan. This is something I've been doing for like 2 weeks now. All the font. Oh, do you? Well, because like all my favorite fonts start with tan, and so I searched it and I was like, all these fonts.
I love this one.
That one's cute. Yeah.
I
See,
love it.
aren't all those fonts so cute though?
And I'm gonna pull this down. I'm
they're
gonna
like
take
overlapping?
this here. I'm going to go to the arrows. And we are going to effects, gonna curve this. Look how good that fits there.
Oh, cute.
Like it already curved it to almost exactly what I needed.
Perfect. I love that.
And then let's change the color.
I'm gonna need to go get a Kindle just so I can pop this in there, you know.
I know. I want to kind of be like that. It's blue, but it's not blue. It's almost white, but it's not white. Okay. I'm going to come back down here to my uploads because I want to use my Bat Boys that I made.
Oh, yeah, that's cute.
Except I am going to change the colors. Darn it. See, okay. Here is another instance where this is a PNG. And I can't change the color, but let's see if we can go to edit and see if we can find a duotone that looks kind of like what we want to go for. I bet we won't. Oh, there's a purpley. Okay. I'm trying to get close to that blue color, and now I'm gonna go back to my shadows, and we're gonna add an outline, and I want the outline, that is what I want.
And I think the key to making these look like stickers is adding that offset.
Yeah, it really is. So now I'm going to zoom back out. I'm actually gonna move my T over here and change it like this. And I think I want to have Bat Boys like, oh, I need to group these together and move them like up here in the corner. And now I'm gonna put Bat Boys here, and I'm actually gonna pull this down and make this full again. And now I can kind of, I'm gonna zoom back in. Oh, is using nervy to mean nervous a Southern thing, or I think it's just a younger generation, like a generational thing.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like I'm getting kind of nervy about it.
I'm a little nervy.
I'm a little nervy. I'm actually gonna bring this forward so that that wing kind of overlaps like that. Nope.
Shawnee Mom's Shop is asking, can we put an outline around City of Starlight and the mountains? I'm wondering if you group things together, you can add that outline effect at the same time. I was thinking that earlier.
Nope, it's just doing
Whichever
it's just doing one or the other.
Okay.
But let me see if I can select both. So I've got them both selected. And no, it's like just doing one or the other.
Okay. I was curious.
Yeah.
It's not like when you group things together, they're not united like they would be in Cricut Design Space, which is, in our brains, we've been using unite and stuff like that. So it's not the same.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, you get the gist of how we're gonna do this. Let's add a couple more stars just because.
A little razzle dazzle.
A little razzle dazzle.
It looks really cute. I love it. I love the colors.
I'm gonna add these stars. These are actually MGL stars, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think we used those on the first one.
We did. So same thing, I'm just gonna add these over here, but do you all see how it's hanging off the side? I don't want that, so I'm just gonna snap that in like that to look like little doodles. I think I'm just gonna leave the white. I don't hate it with that one, but I didn't like it with all the other stuff.
Because if that didn't have it, it would be like, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Right?
Yeah.
Donna says, I wish Canva had a unite. I agree, but I think it's out of the realm for Canva, in all honesty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like not, unite is like meant for what you use the Cricut for, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Also, I think did I ungroup those on accident? I don't know. Anyway, I want something, like a little something here and a little something there, but I don't know what I want. Anyway.
I don't know that I wouldn't just leave it.
Maybe just like some hearts?
Yeah, just like a filler, something small.
Yeah, so we'll add some hearts. Once again, they're gonna be, and what I think I might do, let's change the color to like this pretty blue. And then I'm gonna send them to back. Oh, what did I just do? Okay, thank goodness. I was trying to send it to back. And
lucky for you, Canva just saves your work as you go. That's one thing I love about Canva.
I know.
Just saves as you go.
And I still think I'm not digging the placement. Oh, I kind of like that.
That's cutesy.
It like takes up the, no, I don't like that.
Not that big, just like, it's just littler. I honestly don't hate that negative space down there. Like if you just did a couple little hearts.
Just like that?
Yeah, I feel like that looks, I feel like maybe it needs an offset. Or yeah, that's cute.
Let me just do this.
I am digging the Bat Boys. I want to make that an actual sticker.
The only thing with the Bat Boys right now is I have to kind of line it up to the side. Or I could just slice it off when we get into Cricut.
Yeah, just slice it off.
Maybe even like, let me bring it to the front. I think I like it in the front better than the back.
So cute.
Yeah. Okay, now let's add an offset. Or a faux offset. We're gonna go back to this, effects, shadow, outline, change the color.
Lindsay says your designs are a fire emoji.
Yeah, I'm not digging the outline. Let me just look for some more hearts, and then we're gonna be done. And then we're gonna do it into Cricut, okay?
Janice said, hang a bat upside down attached to the bottom of Bat Boy. Listen, Bat Boy is something that they call the guys. They're making fun of them. Like, they're actually fairies. But
No, they're not. They're Illyrian warriors.
Whatever. They're basically fairies. They're like fairies.
That's not what I want either. I don't want. Let's do a doodle heart. Let's do a doodle heart.
Listen, you can't go wrong with a doodle heart unless
You
gotta
go
have an
wrong with a
offset
doodle
on
heart.
it.
I'm going to. If you'll give me Gus a second.
Gus.
Gus a second. We'll do that, and then we're gonna go to edit, and then we're gonna go to the shadows and outline. Change the color. Beautiful. Love. Gorgeous.
Gorgina.
Now, this is what we have, okay? So now what we're gonna do is before I go to actually download it, okay? Before I go to download, what I'm gonna do is we'll go overhead. I'm gonna take the insert here and I'm going to figure out what size this insert is. So we're looking at 6.5 by 4.5. So let's go back to Canva. So we're gonna size this, and you can see in the bottom, like right down here, watch, you can see the, seeing it go down. So we're gonna actually make it, let's do, because here's 6.5 by width of a 5. Not a problem.
Now, when you pull it into Canva, or I'm sorry, when you pull it into Design Space, it's going to blow up anyways.
Yep. So let's go back. I was just trying to make sure my ratios were right.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So we're just going to bring this here, which it is hanging off, so that's going to throw it off a little bit too.
Yeah.
So let's just go ahead and go to share. Okay. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to download. We're doing this as a PNG, okay? We're doing it as a PNG. You don't have to do transparent background with this. I'm actually not going to because this white is touching this white, so I'm kind of nervous about that. Anyway, we're just going to, and we'll take the white out when we get to Cricut Design Space. So we're gonna download as a PNG. We're not gonna do transparent background right now. We're just gonna select download. Now, once that downloads, or while that's downloading, I'm gonna go ahead and upload or open up Cricut Design Space. We're gonna go to new. We'll just hit save. I don't remember. Oh yeah, that was our cool shirts that we did. And then we're gonna open up a new page in Design Space. If it's going to work with us today, who knows?
I mean, that screen was opened like last week.
Yeah, so
It's been a hot
maybe we'll
minute.
just,
You don't have to say it.
we'll just quit it and we'll come back.
Beautiful.
So we're gonna go to our canvas. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here to uploads. Anyway,
Come on.
maybe.
Come on.
I'm gonna bring in, we're gonna hit upload image. I'm gonna bring in the Finder. Here is our PNG that we have. Beautiful. We're gonna go to continue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select this white to remove this background. Beautiful. It did not remove my white over here. That's all I needed. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to apply and continue. Oh, it did remove part of the background. Do you see this right here? Mm-hmm. Let's go to cancel. Let's go back to upload. This is what I was afraid of. For some reason, it's just.
So why?
So what we're gonna do this. It's because the white was touching white. So we're just gonna pull this back in. We're gonna go to continue. I'm going to zoom in. It's because that white is touching that white. I'm gonna go to erase. And I'm going to separate these two whites right here. Like that. We're gonna go to select, then we'll select it.
So are you doing that for people who don't have Canva Pro?
No, the reason I was doing this, and it still got rid of that inside. So we're gonna go to cancel, we're gonna go back to Canva. The reason that I was doing this is because in Canva, this white is also touching this white. So if you do remove background, it's gonna remove this background too. It's gonna see this white as a background.
Really?
I think so.
I would love to see if it does.
Well, let's try it.
I'm curious now.
Curious at this point. So we're gonna go to PNG, transparent background, download. Now, while that downloads, back to Design Space, upload, upload image, Finder. This is the new one. Drag and drop. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm insane in the membrane. So it
But
didn't.
the only reason that I thought it wouldn't is because, and maybe this is not poor logic. Obviously, it's coming out of my brain, but like if you change the color of the background to blue and then you hit transparent background, it knows that that offset is connected to that star, like Canva's brain knows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Anyways.
So anyway,
I'm glad it worked.
transparent background worked best because we did have white touching white.
Yeah.
Experiment, yeah.
Experiment.
So now that we have our little insert into Design Space, we're now gonna size it. Actually, I'm going to grab a shape first because for this one, the corners are rounded. So I'm gonna grab this rounded corner square right here. I'm gonna go to unlock. The width was 4.5, so 4.5 by a height of 6.5. So this is the size that we have to have. What we're gonna do is we're just going to size this down. We'll change this to a guide so that we can see exactly what we're working with. So we need this a little bit bigger. And now you can see, I'm actually gonna end up cutting off some of the stars over there, but I want to keep City of Starlight and Bat Boys for the most part in it. So this is why I was trying to get the ratio correct because with this one specifically, we are going to cut off a little bit of some of these things. But it's not a big deal, not a big deal. You don't have to do this if you have a case that has the sharp edges. We just have rounded edges on this one. So we are going to select both of these and just slice that out. So now we have this extra and we know for a fact that this is now going to fit in our insert. Look how cute.
That is cute. I actually like that it goes off the edge a little bit.
I do too because it kind of looks like it was made that way.
Yeah.
That's just my personal preference, but to each their own. So now we are gonna go to make it. We're gonna save this. We'll save it as Kindle insert. And now what we're going to do, it will then put it on our 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. We're gonna go to continue. We're gonna send this to printer. I am gonna add the bleed because I don't want any white showing. And then we're going to use System Dialog. We are using the 9500 series and we're going to select print. What we're then doing is we're going to feed this from rear tray. I've gotten here recently to where I always change my media type to photo just because I feel like I get the best quality. And then we're turning it to best quality as well and we're going to select print. Now, we did have a question. Ashley asked, should we have sized the blank page in Canva before we started so we wouldn't have this issue? You can if you want to. The only thing is if you go ahead and size it to the 4.5 by 6.5, then when you go into Design Space, if you do have to have rounded corners on it, it's not going to download with rounded corners unless you use like a rounded corner background, and there's not a slice function.
Right.
So this is the best way that we found. You want it to be a little bit bigger than the 4.5 by 6.5. Like you could do 5 by 7 and design it that way. Just know you're going to have a 1/2 inch on each side that you're going to be working with. So you can do that. It's really your preference on what you want to do. Did you guys know, if you wanted to, let's go back, and while I'm doing this, if you could go out there and check that for me.
Yes.
You can resize and magic switch. So what you can do is you can resize this whole thing. And what we can do is we can go to custom size, and I said it was 4.5 by 6.5. So I said to do 5 by 7. So we can do 5 by 7. Continue, and then we can, you can either copy and resize, or you can just resize the whole thing. So we just do copy and resize, and we want to open the 5 by 7. So now we know that this is on 5 by 7, and what you can do is select all of it and put it all on the 5 by 7, which for some reason this still is like not the actual correct like ratios, but it works. So now you have this all as 5 by 7. You know you have a 1/2 inch to work with, so you could even like move this down if you don't feel as comfortable with it being that close to the edge. That way you know it's not going to get cut off. And actually I like that overlap, like the Bat Boys overlapping that a whole lot. And like bringing all of your stuff in a little bit closer if you wanted to. Totally personal preference, whatever you want. But now we'll go overhead. You can see that we have a perfectly sized little insert for our Kindle.
Cute.
Except that turned out to look more like charcoal gray than it did purple.
I know, but I really like that. I like how it looks, but yeah, it's definitely not the same color.
Okay, that's the only problem is, so if you all have noticed in Canva, if you're printing something, it gives you the option, when you go to share, it gives you the option to download as PDF print, which is best for printing. The only problem is you can't upload a PDF print into Design Space.
Yeah.
Because that's going to give you the truest colors if you download it that way. Like if you're sending something to a professional printer, I highly suggest downloading it that way. That's going to give you the most true colors. But anyway,
Right.
I digress. I still don't hate this. So we're going to just go ahead and add this to our mat. We'll go back into Design Space, and we're going to cut this on our Cricut.
Beautiful.
But just for the purpose of today, PNG works just fine. Oh, how cute. Now, look how perfect that fit in there.
It literally fits perfect, like a glove.
Look how stinking cute.
I love it.
I'm obsessed. What do y'all think?
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Now what you can do is you can have all of your different ones, or not all of them. You can keep a couple in there. You can't stack too many, but you could have a couple in there. That way, if you're like, I'm not feeling this, the book I'm reading is not, it's more happy-go-lucky, you can change it back to this one.
I love it. I also love how polarizing those designs are.
I know.
Like one is like light and airy and colorful, and one's like
polar opposites.
Yeah, I love it. So cute. So you can see how easily these could be to sell.
Yes,
because,
as like digital downloads for sure. Or if you just like paper.
Yeah.
If you wanted to sell them like at a local craft event, I don't know.
You can do custom ones, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love these. I think they're so fun. And it's just like a different take on things you can do with Canva and your Cricut too. So love it.
Super, super cute. Can we just look at how flippin' cute this is?
I'm literally upset.
This is the back, by the way. This is the back. And we have that cute little rainbow smiley on the front.
You know we love a rainbow moment.
I love a rainbow, absolutely love a rainbow moment. I just think this sweatshirt is so cute, front and back. Look how adorbs, totes adorbs. So we are going to be teaching you how to create this gradient effect in Canva, and then we're going to export that from Canva, put it in Design Space, and then I'm going to show you how to create this effect. And I literally can't wait. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and pop overhead, and I want to show you guys the materials that you are going to need for this project. So starting off, we have our sweatshirts. Guys, you cannot go wrong with just a classic Hanes sweatshirt, in my opinion. Hanes or Gildan, honestly.
Yeah, straight up.
Hanes or Gildan, either one, I don't think you can go wrong with those sweatshirts. Me personally, I think they are the softest inside. I love the feel, like they're not super heavy, but they're all, I don't know, I love these sweatshirts. I love the heathered gray, I think it's so cute. So we are doing gray here. Today, we do have a Hanes sweatshirt. You can see we've not even taken this one out of the bag. So I'll just go ahead and take that out, but that's what we are doing today. Now, a lot of people always ask, Lauren, Alicia, Tanner, do you guys pre-wash? It really just depends.
There's your answer. You should.
Right here's your answer.
You should pre-wash.
Yes, you should. Honestly, you should pre-wash. Do as I say, not as I do. Normally, we would pre-wash, especially if you are going to be selling these, you need to pre-wash, because unless it says it is a pre-shrunk, which this one is not, a lot of times there's a chance that it's going to shrink in the wash.
And it'll mess your vinyl up.
Yes, I do suggest a pre-wash if you do not buy pre-shrunk cotton.
Yes.
Okay, so we do have our sweatshirt. You can use our t-shirt, sweatshirt, whatever. That's just what we're using today. We do have a mat. We do have a 12 by 12 and a 12 by 24. You know what?
Put it on the outside.
Annette said I was told to never pre-wash clothes if you're selling.
Annette, are you selling products with vinyl on them? Because if you do not, and you listen, I have bought off an Etsy shop, and it was a Mickey Mouse shirt. Also, if I have a hat ring on my forehead, I'm sorry. That hat was giving me a headache. So if you I bought a shirt off Etsy, and it was like a Mickey Mouse shirt for Disney. Washed it. It was like a fine line design. Shrunk, and so my whole design was like ripply and gross, and I was like, you can't even tell it looks like Mickey Mouse.
Right.
So that's why you want to. I bought that from somebody, and I wasn't going to get a refund on it. You know.
Once again, everybody's saying so it's okay to listen. If you pre-wash, if you're selling, number one, you need to use a free and clear detergent, or
like unscented.
Free and clear detergent. That's the reason that if I'm using if you're sublimating, you don't have to worry about pre-washing it. But if it's HTV, I'm just saying sublimation, you do not pre-wash. Sublimation, you leave as is. If you are putting vinyl and it's not pre-shrunk cotton, there is a chance that it's going to shrink and your vinyl will shrink with it. So just use a free and clear detergent. No scents, nothing extra, because you don't know who you're selling it to. But if you're trying to sell these, I do suggest a pre-wash. Okay, so we'll go back overhead. Now, I feel like we have been using it a lot here recently. The material that we are using for the back and for the smiley face today is going to be the Caesar DTV. Y'all, you can use any other printable HTV if you like a different brand. We just really like the Caesar brand because it is so thin. It's just a really, really good printable HTV. Now, one thing about the Caesar HTV is if you have used it before and you washed it right after you made it, then you know that it's going to come off if you do not give it 24 hours to sit. So if you use Caesar DTV, it actually says in the directions, please allow material to sit for, what is it, 24?
Yeah, 24.
24 hours before wash, okay? So just know, don't wash it right after you make it. But if you pre-wash your shirt, you don't have to.
No worries.
No worries. No worries. Now this one is the larger version just because we had quite a bit of wordage on the back. We'll see here. Like it just was not gonna fit on the 8.5 by 11. If you want to, you can split these up and print them two separate ways. I actually did split up the monogram on Friday last week, and you can go back and rewatch, and you can lay these down if you want to, but for today, I'm just going to print it all together on the tabloid. I think it's like 11.7 by 17. I think it's like some weird number.
Weird
but anyway,
decimals after it.
yeah, this is the 11 by 17. Donna said, I saw someone post on another group saying that her Caesar DTV was fading bad. I've not had it happen if I wait the 24 hours and wash inside out. Yeah, so, and that's gonna be with any HTV that you use. You're gonna wanna wash your shirts inside out, cold water, gentle cycle. And me personally, I tend to hang up my shirts that I have HTV, that I make, that I has HTV on it. No, I lied. That MGL shirt, my purple MGL shirt, has gone through the dryer so many more times.
Which that's puff vinyl. Puff vinyl stays on really well for me. But I have some DTV shirts that I made for Ruby football season last year that she still wears, and I wash and dry it like normal clothes. Now, the first time I washed it was within 24 hours and it came off. I repressed it, and it has stayed on.
Yeah.
And she wears those shirts every single Saturday through fall, and she like wears them to bed and stuff, so it works really good for us.
Megan, for the Caesar DTV, we're using regular inkjet printer. So with all of that being said, we've talked about our supplies. Oh, one other thing that you must have for DTV is going to be some type of HTV transfer tape. Now, I know that sounds counter, like it's like an oxymoron. HTV already has built-in transfer tape, right, Lauren? Right. It does. It really does. But this is not regular HTV. So what happens with the Caesar DTV is you put it in your printer. We always use our rear tray, so we'll put it in your printer and it pulls it through just like normal paper. So this gray side is the back. Do you all see the difference? There's the gray and there's like a white side. Can they see that, Sadie? What if you overhead? Do you all see the color difference now? Okay, so here's the color difference that you all can see. This is more of like a gray side. This is a white side, okay? This side is not sticky at all. Like it's not even sticky underneath that, and I'm not gonna take this corner off because if I do, it's not gonna lay back down and it could possibly get stuck in the printer. So there is no transfer tape, and you print it like normal. You do not reverse this. You do not have to put mirror on with this. You print it like normal. So there is no built-in transfer tape. So when you weed it, and you guys are gonna see and understand here in a little bit what I'm talking about. With printable HTV, you do have to have some type of HTV transfer tape. This is Frisco Craft, this brand specifically. Caesar has their very own, it's called TTD, but it's like a transfer mask for the DTV. We can't find ours right now, so we're just gonna use this brand. It works just as good. With all of that being said, let's do it. Let's hop into CANVA. And let's start making our design. So what we need to do first, let's get this off of there real quick. First thing, if you guys don't know, this is CANVA. This is what your home page is going to look like. Just open up a tab on your internet browser, canva.com. This is what it's going to be. You can do what we are fixing to do with the free version. You do not have to have the paid version for this. It's going to be super, super simple. Okay. Now, from here, the first thing you need to do is select create a design. Now, I personally like to come down here to the bottom, they have all of these suggested, like if you are going to create a card, if you're going to create a thumbnail, if you're going to create all kinds of different things, they have those there for you. Personally, if I'm crafting, I like to come down here to custom size, and I always type in whatever size my paper is. So if I'm printing this on an if I want to print this on an 8.5 by 11 piece of sticker paper or whatever, I will change. First of all, you need to change your units. Over here, I was thinking of what it is. You need to change your units to inches. That's just what I like to work in. Now, if you're doing digital design and other things, you may need to work in pixels, millimeters. Pixels is more so for digital art that you create, but I'm doing it in inches because I like to know the exact dimensions of the paper that I'm working with. And I'm just gonna put it on 8.5 by 11. And you're gonna understand why. We are printing this on the tabloid size, but we're just gonna start out with 8.5 by 11. And we are going to select Create Design. From there, this is the cool part. We are just going to be creating the gradient portion in Canva, and then we're gonna be exporting that as a PNG. So once you have your design created, or your size, your blank document, to create the gradient effect, there are a couple different ways that you can do this in Canva, but the best way, and the way that you have the most control over the colors, is going to be going to your application. So on the left-hand side of the left-hand toolbar over here, you see design, elements, text, all of this. If you'll scroll down here to these little dots in a square formation, okay, you're gonna select apps. Now, from there, we want the type gradient. So you can search it. It's right here, but I'm gonna show you if it's not right there on yours. You're gonna search Canva app. So you're gonna type in type gradient, okay? Now, select type gradient. We want that. Now what it's gonna do, we're gonna work over here in this section first, okay? Now this is gonna be, just stick with me. If there is something you missed, know that you can go back and watch. Rewatch all of this. So now you are going to choose your colors, okay? You are going to choose what you want, where you want it. Now this is a stop. This is what they call a stop. So you can add a stop here. You can add a stop here, depending on how many different colors you want. So we did a rainbow, so we will go just like, and honestly, it would be good to go through this. So we're gonna go to our first stop. We want it to be a red color. We're gonna move this stop to about right here. We're gonna make it orange. We're gonna move this stop down. We'll do yellow. And you can even move your stops on down that way. Move our yellow here. Then let's go ahead and just add a stop here. We're gonna make it green. We're gonna move this stop down here. And y'all, you can use literally whatever colors you want. Don't think that you have to pick certain colors. You don't. You can use any colors that you want. And then finally,
teal in the rainbow.
I know.
It's so pretty. Ooh. Isn't that gorgeous?
I want more of like these. Oh, I want yellow more. I want it to be brighter yellow. There we go. I'm gonna move this green down a little bit. I've added a second stop here. I want to delete this stop. So if you add a stop that you want to delete, you can select it, come down here and delete it. And then you can move these around based on where your words are. So look, Look
So
how
cute.
cute.
I love that it gives you a preview.
Yes, it does give you a preview. So if you wanted to flip it, you could do that. You can also change which way the rainbow goes. So if you want it going this way, if you want it stretched out like this, like that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I love
Like
that.
you can stretch it down, you can stretch it up.
If you wanted more.
If you wanted it going up and down, you could do it here, stretch it out this way.
I like that too.
I know. What do we want?
I like the yeah.
Up and down like this?
No, like kind of at an angle. What do you call it?
Like this? Diagonal?
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah, that's
I like
cool.
that a lot.
Very fun.
So we'll go with this. Now, okay, here is the next thing that you have to do. So you do have to type your text in the app before it comes over here to our page. Now, when we were trying to figure this out, we didn't want to, because the problem with this is you can only use this font. We didn't want this font. We wanted a different font. We wanted to use whatever font we wanted.
Yeah.
Our fonts.
Makers
Gonna Learn fonts.
Yeah.
And we couldn't do it with this. So what you need to do is we're going to delete all of this. We are going to hit the dash and then enter, dash, enter, dash, enter, dash. Now, looks silly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now what you need to do is take your line height. You see how it takes it itty bitty this way. We want to completely get rid of our line height so we have a perfect square. Look at that.
Little hack for you.
Little hacky hack for you.
Hacky hack.
Little hacky hack. From there, once we have our square, and actually, I feel like it's got a lot of green in it for some reason. Did you feel that?
You won't be able to tell as much just because it's gonna land where we put it still, right?
I know, but I want more blue.
Okay. Well,
It doesn't matter. It's fine. I'm just being, honestly, at
Being
this
Lauren.
point, I'm just being myself. Which is,
color pickies. We're color pickies.
where did the top of mine go? First of all, I want the pink down here. There it is. Okay.
Oh, so pretty.
There we go. I still feel like there's a lot of green in that.
I think you should just take the green out and let the blue and the yellow mesh together. That's probably why. Ooh. Put a dark blue between the purple and the light blue, and I feel like that will make it better for you.
Better for you? No.
Oh, okay, maybe. I wish the preview was like just a hair down lower.
Okay, I'm digging that. I'm digging that one. I like that. Okay, so now I have it fixed the way
you want it.
Joanne says, how do you remove the the diagonal line will remove itself here in a few minutes.
It won't be on the image.
It will not be on the image. So once we do that, we're going to click Add to Design. And there you go.
Easy enough.
Easy enough. And we're just going to make it as big as this piece of paper. Now, what we're going to do, we are going to click Share. We are going to download this as a PNG, which can be done in the free version. We are going to select Download. Okay, it's going to download right here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open up Design Space.
Everybody is like loving it. They're like, oh my gosh, my mind is blown. My mind was blown too. I missed work this day.
You missed it, didn't you?
Well, you showed me because I came in and I was like, how'd y'all do that? And you were like, let me show you. And I was like, holy crap, you guys hacked the system.
We hacked the system.
We love a solid hack around here. I mean, nothing better. There's nothing better.
Nothing tickles my fancy
I did
more than a good hack.
I know. This morning I learned another one.
Yeah.
We're putting it's all in the course, people. If you like what you're seeing today, the course is like 100 times better.
If you think this is good,
yeah, really,
the course is going to be even better.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that we have that downloaded, what we're going to do is I'm going to go to new project. We'll just start from scratch. Why not? Then we're going to go to upload because we want to upload that image that we just created. So I'm going to upload image. I'm going to pull up my Finder, downloads, and drag in our gradient rainbow here. We want it to capture as many colors as possible, so you always want to click complex, okay? And then continue. Apply and continue. We do want this as a print and cut image. I forgot to download it without the background. What a doofus.
Oh, you didn't select transparent background.
I didn't select transparent background. Let's
but
go
really,
back.
it's okay.
It is okay. It is okay. But let's go back because this is a very important part of this. So when you click share and you download something, oh, when did that change?
What?
It is a pro feature now.
To have a transparent background?
Yes.
Listen, it's hard for me to keep up with what's pro and what's free.
Okay, so you know what?
Just do it without
If you
doing
have
it.
pro, click transparent background. If you don't, what we're doing is going to be fine. You can still have that white around it. I swear it's not that big of a deal, okay?
Yeah.
So we're just going to click that, upload, because really and truly, y'all, if we wanted to, we could slice that square out and get rid of the white part.
Exactly.
But we're going to slice words out of it anyway, so it does not even matter. So we're going to add this to Canvas, and it's going to come in here. You can see
she's beautiful.
she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. We love her.
We love her.
So now what we're going to do is we're just going to choose what text we want, and I'm going to have to think.
Arlo, Silas, those are the two that are popping into my brain.
It's not Arlo.
Is it
I
Silas?
don't think. Is it? Oh, it might be Arlo. I think it might be Arlo. Let's try. Are we sure? Oh, no. No, those W's are different. Those W's are different. You know
It's
what?
Text Me. It's a new font.
It's a new font.
That's why I was like,
So I bet it's not. I wonder if it's in here.
I bet it's
Text me. It's not. So you all are going to get to learn how to download a Makers Gonna Learn font. So what we're going to do, we're going to hop over to the Makers Gonna Learn website. And from here, that's a good question.
That is a good
Why
question.
not fill the whole sheet with rainbow? That is an excellent question. And actually, let's go back. And because this is a square, let's try to fill the whole sheet with the background. So this is the issue that I ran into, is because when I fill the whole sheet, even when this is pulled down, like I just feel like I lost a lot of the red and the pink on the edges that I wanted. So that is why I personally didn't fill the whole page, is because like I said, I lost part of the red and the pink and I wanted that in there. So that's just why I didn't fill the whole page. But like I said, we can make it as large as we want in Design Space to cover up all the text. So now, oh, I need to say where I'm at. We're going back to our Makers Gonna Learn website. First of all, look at the Kinder letters.
I just used them.
Did
for
you?
our little, we're doing busy books next month.
MacGyver?
know.
I'm gonna have to find something to do with that one. All of these are so
good.
cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
The fonts are my favorite thing because every month
Queens
we
would
get
be a
them and-
really good one to do this in.
Yeah. Anything bold that's going to give room for that rainbow to really shine.
I'm gonna have to do something with Wilson.
Oh, I like nitro.
I
It's giving
Ooh,
Airstream.
It is giving Airstream. I wonder what the word Airstream looks like in it.
I've been wanting to put the word Appalachian on something in a funny font. We need to do like
Appalachian.
me and Lauren have been into like trucker hats and t-shirt graphic tees. Can you tell?
Oh no, I like it in that font. I need that on a hat.
I want to put that
immediately.
on my Bronco.
Or on a shirt, just real skinny.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
Tangent. Text me. We're finding that font. Actually, we're just going to search for it.
I would say I think it's on the next page, but yeah.
Search fonts. Text me. Search. There it is. This is the one that we are using. We are going to download that. Once you click this arrow pointing down to download it, you need to double click this zip file. Double click it again. Oh, I opened it up twice. Open it up. It's going to, if you're on a Mac, it's going to open up this way, and it's going to install on your font book. If you are on a PC, it is going to install on your character map. So either way, you're just going to install font. Okay? Yes, squirrel, guys. I squirrel a lot.
We
So
do.
sorry.
It do be like that.
It do be like that sometimes. So after we do that, we're gonna go back to Design Space. Now, you need to save your project. So before we go and hit reload, I'm going to make sure I save. We're gonna type in gradient sweatshirt, and that I misspelled that. There we go.
The names that I save projects as are always so misspelled because I'm like, I don't care.
I don't care.
I just wanted to
I know,
say, okay?
I know. The font is Text Me, in case you all are wondering. So we're going to go to View after we have saved. After we've saved, we're going to reload Design Space. It should is the keyword, pop back up right where we were and look at it.
There
Look
she
at it
is.
go. There she is. So we're going to go back, grab a text. We're going to pull it over here and go to our fonts, system fonts, and type in Text Me.
This is a good, solid font, you guys.
Boop.
I'm going to be using this font all the
What
time.
font does it remind me of?
Silas, I'm telling you. It looks so much like Silas. It's like if Arlo and Silas had a baby.
It truly is.
Like, hit Silas and see what it looks like when you...
It's skinny. It makes it skinnier.
Silas is as Text Me skinny brother. I mean, it's like the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. So you can remove the background in Design Space, guys, if you want to, but it really isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It's not. I promise. I promise. Okay. So now what we are going to do is we're going to type out what we want our sweatshirt to say. And this is, you can make it say whatever you want it to say. Whatever you want it to say. Should we do the same one, or do we think we want to say something different on it?
Oh, I love that saying.
What's the best that could happen?
What size is that sweatshirt?
They're
Who's
both a
getting it?
large.
Well, don't ask me.
Don't ask me.
I'm not going to be wearing that. You could put Maker's Gonna Learn.
Why wouldn't you wear it?
A large sweatshirt is going to be showing off some things I don't want to show off. I'm an extra.
It is a big old large.
It kind of is a big large. I don't know. What should we put? Maker's Gonna Learn? Is that too basic?
Renee, yes, you can make a custom size in Canva to a square and then fill it if you want to.
What about Positive Patty? I don't know.
I'm just going to put,
You got
What just
Design
happened
Space
again?
keeps doing it. Nothing's wrong. Just carry on. It'll go away.
okay, I'm just going to type in what's the best that
I
can
know
happen.
y'all have been having your screens go black in Design Space. It's been doing it to me for like 2 weeks now.
How did I format this? What is, not what's. What is the best that could happen? Okay.
What is the best that could
What?
happen?
Is
The
the
best.
best, the breast, that. How did I space this out? The best. That could. Okay, that's how I did that. The best. That could happen.
And I just love the sweatshirts that have like the oversized text on the back. It's a very trendy.
Yep. So now what you're gonna do is we are just going to size this in Design Space the best that we can. what's going on. I mean, I know it's gonna fit, but I want it to get all the colors. And right now it's just not getting all the colors. Let's rotate this 90 degrees and see if it changes.
It's getting more, just no red.
I know. What if we did? Whoa. That's a no. That's a big no. That's a no.
What if you just separated what is and the best and sliced them separately, and you can move that what is up towards the red and the yellow, and that could happen down, keep it down at the bottom.
Well, I want it to kind of be
cohesive, like you want it to gently fade.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, the only option would be to redo your gradient.
Yeah, you can always redo your gradient if you want. Meh. We'll leave it like this.
I think it's good.
I'm good with this.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to drag and select both of these, and then we're going to hit slice. Slice. And
Now, Lauren, can you tell me a question? Can you answer a question for me? Can you make your text into a guide? I never knew if you could do that or not.
Well, I don't know if I can now. Let me go to undo.
So,
Okay.
like, you could see behind.
Text. God. You can.
Cool. Okay. I never have had to do that before.
Okay,
but I
so
thought,
you can turn your text into a guide to see like what areas it's going to hit on.
just in case you're wondering.
I kind of want to go back. And I kind of want to change my gradient.
I knew.
Stop it. Leave
Just
me alone.
pinch them closer together because the red's not even going to exist. You know what I'm saying? Just like make the diagonal more in the center of the thing because like no matter what, that purple and red corner is not going to be showing.
Like that?
Yeah.
So if you're going to do diagonal, you need to
And you want all the
pinch it.
colors, yeah.
Okay, so reset position. Oh, no! Actually, you know what? We're just going to do it like that. I think this is going to get everything.
Okay.
You think?
Yeah, let's try it. I think the red's not going to make it. Not making the cut this time.
You still don't think it is?
No.
Okay. We'll update it to this one then. Did you guys know that you can keep updating? Update element. Now, do you think the red's going to make it?
Yep. Yep. It's going to be on like the up and the M.
Okay. I'm going to go with it.
It looks weird right here, but I think if we trust the process, it'll be fine.
I'm trusting and obeying.
Trust and obey.
Trust and obey, guys. Trust and obey.
Because like even that one looks good that you uploaded like just by itself, but like
Right.
if you're wanting it to be in the words, I feel like this one's gonna be good.
Oh, and by the way, somebody did say taking the background off in here. We can. Look, I can select this white, select that white, apply and continue. Now I don't have any white.
Nope.
Beautiful. Upload. Okay. So this is going to be the trickiest part, is getting the right effect that you want and then getting it. Let me move this to the front because we are working in two different design. Oh, that's a lot. You see it?
Slice it and see what you think. I don't think it'll be a whole lot once you slice it. It's only gonna be up on the one letter.
Okay. Oh, I have to, let's turn this
Back into
to
a cut.
basic cut. And then we're gonna slice it. You are right, Alicia.
That's gorgeous.
You are right. I can't believe I ever doubted you.
You doubted me. It's okay. I'll
I can't
forgive
believe
you.
I ever doubted you. Look at that.
That looks great.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, I love it.
That looks amazing. So now what we're gonna do before, we're not done yet. I had to think about it. We're not done yet.
I didn't know what we're not done tomorrow.
Yes. We do have to add our smiley face. These are already uploaded in Design Space. For those that don't have the Design Space or don't have the smiley faces already, you can find them in the description below. If not, if you just go to Maker's Gonna Learn and you type in smiley.
Did you add an offset to those letters?
I did, and I'm going to.
Okay, cool.
I still am going to.
I was like, I can't remember what it looked like.
This is the one we use. We actually use this red one right here. So we already have those uploaded in Design Space. So let's go back over here. We're gonna go to our uploads. We're gonna view all of our uploads. I'm going to search.
Kim Stingler said Gorgina.
Gorgina!
Gorgina is my word.
Actually, I lied. You can use that one. Did we use that one? We did use that one, but we also have this one that's just by itself, or we have these.
Those are cute too.
Look at all, or we have a melty stone.
The lightning bolt one is my favorite.
That's the one we're using.
Look how cute she is.
Add to canvas.
She's Gorgina.
Okay, so we're adding this Gorgina smiley face. We're gonna go back to our uploads and we're gonna upload this design again. We're gonna add it back to Canvas, okay? We're gonna send it, we're gonna pull this one forward. First, we'll add this back here to the back. Select them both, slice again. Then we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of that. And look at that Gorgina smiley
yeah,
face.
I need a sticker. I need that as a sticker.
Absolutely.
Save this document because I'm printing it out.
Okay, so our next step is going to be sizing our images. So first of all, we have an open back, like we can do as big as we want. We do know, however, that our design does have to fit within the tabloid area of a shirt. So what we're gonna do is we are going to change. This is giving me a little, oh, that's just low resolution. It's not that big of a deal.
It always says that.
I know.
It's dramatic.
So it's Dramiqua.
Dramiqua.
Being dramatic.
That's a new one.
Really?
You heard?
I feel like I use that all the time.
I have literally never heard that in my life. And we've worked together for 2 years.
Oh, I call Emerson and Aniston, I got it from Lindsay.
Oh.
Lindsay calls Annie Dramiqua all the time.
Oh.
Because she's drama.
Oh my gosh, she was
She
really.
is the drama.
I'm gonna have
She's the
Gorgina
drama.
and Dramiqua.
Okay, so we are going to size our design to fit. How did I? That's it. I had to fit it sideways, I'm pretty sure. Guys, you're gonna have to let me think of this for a minute. Let me think. Let me just measure. It's been a hot minute since I've done this.
Yeah, because we were supposed to do this like.
We were supposed to do this like weeks ago, but I can't remember what size I had this. And how.
Yeah, I made Tamara, I may be saying your name wrong, I'm so sorry. The low resolution, I want to say like it's partially a glitch. I guess it's just a warning because the PNG images can go low resolution if you make them a certain size, but y'all, I just disregard sometimes because like I've printed and it's been fine. So I think it's just like very sensitive, honestly.
Okay, so mine it sits, if we'll go overhead, you can see that it sits under 10 inches by right at 14-ish. But that's because we do have an offset. So we do need to put an offset on these. I feel like it just makes it pop a little more. So we're gonna go to offset. We do want it around each individual letter. So how small, actually, I don't know. Let's do just a 0.1 and see what that looks like.
I'm excited to see how it looks against black. Because when her supply it, it'll be black.
Do we want it any smaller than 0.1? I kind of like it at the 0.1.
I like it to hug.
Oh, you want it small.
Oh, well, I can't really see good.
Oh,
so, but I just
0.07. That hugs. That's
whatever
pretty
it
close.
looks better to you.
Okay, 0.07.
Ooh,
That's with the
poppin'.
black.
Okay.
But we're gonna have a white offset because
Yeah.
I think for this, and we'll change the canvas color
I like the white better, actually. It does pop really good with the black, but
Also, see, it looks really, really good with the
yeah,
white.
it looks good.
So now that we have the offset, you do have to, see, you don't do that. We're going to select the slice, and then we're going to select the, what just happened? Oh, here's the offset and the slice. And you do have to flatten those together, okay? Remember that.
You have to.
You have to flatten them together. You have to flatten them together. And then we're gonna add a 0.07 offset to this smiley face as well. 0.07, apply, change it to white. And once again, we're selecting them both, flattening them together, okay?
Megan says, can we take a minute and give thanks for the offset? Y'all remember before that existed? Yeah, praise for the offset. An offset is like the best tool in Canva, in Design Space, hands down.
Now the smiley face, I want to say I did like a 3 by 3 inch smiley face. Like I did more like a 3.5, girlfriend. Haha, we can make it bigger.
Yeah.
We'll do a 3.5 inch smiley, bless you. Bless, bless.
Blessed.
So 3.5, beautiful. And now we're ready to go. Now we're ready to go. Now, this does say, this is gonna give you it is too big for 8.5 by 11. We know that. We want to change the paper size from 8.5 by 11 to 11 by, is it 11 by 17?
Yeah.
Are we sure? Because I printed one and it was the wrong size. I love that
I felt
sound.
confident until you said, are you sure?
See, this is 16.5 inches in length.
It's all benty.
And 11 inches. It's not 11 by 17.
Is there 11 by 16 and a half?
I think I still printed it on 11 by 17 though, because it doesn't go all the way down here, so it didn't matter.
It doesn't matter, yeah.
Yeah. So we're printing on 11 by 17, okay? And then select done. Now, why is it still saying that?
Marcia, some of the centers of the letters are white because of the size of our offset. So depending on how close the offset is, it will close in those middles of the letters.
Change the paper size to 11 by 17. We're just
How big is your wording?
It would fit on 11 by 17. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see, there it goes.
Oh, so it's letting you do it now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I'm just going to pull it up to the top. Like that.
You can really butt it up there.
Jesus. It's not staying though. Okay, we're gonna hope and pray that it stays. Now this one will be cut on 8.5 by 11, so I'm changing that one to 8.5 by 11. But this one is saying 11 by 17. So now we have some of that in the printer.
I have the big piece.
Okay.
You don't think the smiley face will fit on there?
I didn't, this is why.
Okay.
Let me show you why I'm not putting the smiley face on there, because I did. So if you move it to this, because it's 11 by 17, but we pull this down, it's still, I mean.
Put it down in the middle.
I guess I could cut it right there.
I mean, you can pull it down.
No.
Because
this
the paper.
This is 11 by 16.
11 by 16 and a half.
No.
Oh, I thought you just said that.
No.
Oh.
No, it's 11 by 16.
Why did they make 11 by 16 paper?
Sorry, it's not 11 by 16. It's not even 11 by 16 and a half. It's like 11. We were both wrong. It's more like 11 by 16 and 3/8.
I mean, so as long as you've got 3/8 of an inch under that smiley face, it'll fit.
Okay, we're doing it.
Right?
We're doing it, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
If
so
I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
it's okay. We're putting it on both. And we're going to go to continue. We're going to send a printer. We are using our Canon TS9500 series today. We're hoping that it's not going to get cut off, Annette. We're going with it. Now, we do have a white offset on this design, so we do not have to have the bleed on, so I'm turning the bleed off, using system dialog and hitting print pulling Cricut Design Space down and it's going to be there. Now, it automatically selects the tabloid size. We are feeding this from the rear tray and using, I like to change the media type to photo because it just gives me a better payout. And I've said this the last 3 or 4 lives that I've been on when we talk about stuff like this. You're gonna use more ink if you use the media type photo because it gives you a more saturated color. So just be aware of that. And then we're always changing, whether you change the media type to photo or not, you're always changing normal to best. And ask, can you do it on an 8.5 by 11 on 2 sheets? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have to separate those text box, and then before you slice them, put them on your rainbow layer or whatever, slice the first one, slice the second one, and then you can place them individually, okay? So after that, you're gonna select print, and then that is going to print, and Alicia will go get that here in a few minutes.
Yes.
While she is going to get that, I am going to turn on our heat press. Now, this material specifically, you don't have to have a heat press for. You can use a Cricut Easy Press or Mini Easy Press. Just know that it is a very, very specific temperature that you need for this material, and it's actually 311. Why 311? I don't know. Why not 310? Don't know. But it's technically 311 degrees. Joanne said, so using photo is better. I personally have found that if I want a more saturated color, I get a better color payout when I change it to photo paper, or when I change the material settings to photo. So I currently have this set on 280 because the last time I used this, we did puff, which is 280. So I'm gonna set my temperature. I'm going to move it up to 311 because that is what DTV works with. It's 311. I went up way too far. And go. We're gonna let that heat up. So the reason that we're not mirroring it, I touched about this earlier, but the reason we are not mirroring is because the adhesive for this, the printer has to print on this side. So the adhesive is actually between this white layer and the gray layer. Go back overhead. The adhesion for this material is going to be sandwiched in between the white and gray layer. So we have to print it normal. We'll weed it. That's why we have to use the heat transfer tape, okay? And then we have to lay that over, pick it up, and lay it on our sweatshirt. Okay, so we do not mirror this, and you're actually not going to mirror any printable HTV. You always use regular. You just send it through like normal, okay? Does it work on any inkjet printer? As long as it has ink in it and your inkjet printer will feed this paper through, then yes, it will. I guess in the meantime, what we will do, let's go ahead and take our stickers off, and I'm just gonna give it a quick pre-press, get some of the moisture out of this shirt if there is any, get these wrinkles out. Honestly, it's probably not even hot enough to press right now, but we will press it here in a few minutes. So, looking at this overhead and looking at this beside of it, you would think, but Lauren, those colors are off. What's wrong with the colors? They are going to really pop once you add heat to them. I've noticed that the DTV does come out, it's kind of similar to sublimation. Yeah. Like it prints on there, and yes, it looks good, but once you add the heat, it's like it sucks it into the material.
Like oxidizes like your makeup would.
Yeah. So, well, I'm just gonna hand this to you. Get it out of my way. We are now going to put this on our 12 by 24 inch mat.
This material reminds me so much of DTF, Like the closest thing you could get to a DTF transfer is Caesar Easy DTV.
Yep.
In my
Also, y'all know me, this is not sticking well. And you know, if you've been around this channel, you know that I have trust issues. Not just with materials, with people.
With the world.
With the world. So, sorry about it. Just how it is. Once you get burned so many times, you stop trusting people.
Or cricket machines.
Or cricket machines. Or materials
mats.
sticking to your mats. Once your mats burn you enough, you quit trusting them. So I am taping this down. We've taped her down, ready to go. We're going back to Design Space. I cut my DTV on everyday iron on regular pressure. And I can't, if you all have not seen how this stuff weeds,
It's amazing.
Wait.
It's so satisfying. It's almost as
Just
satisfying
wait.
as puff vinyl weeding.
well, this is gone.
That's from our hat
Well, I've been stepping
tutorial.
all over it.
It's okay. There's no telling what's under there.
Might be. Anyway, let's look here at how well this weeds. Okay.
That's hilarious.
I mean, y'all, can you just look at this? Now, I will say, here is a very, very, very good example. This E right here, it weeds like butter, but you do still have to be careful if something snags, because this is not sticky at all. So if one of these letters comes up, it's hard to get it back where it needs to be. It's kind of like static cling is what keeps it down on this backer, okay?
It's not sticky.
It's
the
not
strangest
sticky.
thing.
Like this is not sticky at all.
It's the craziest feeling.
It's wild. It is wild. So you do have to be careful and make sure if there are little snags that you go ahead and like kind of unsnag them.
Before you're like ripping. You don't want to like rip
You
it
don't
off.
want to come in and just like full force, balls to the wall, just rip. Yeah, you have to be a little bit careful. Okay. It is, I mean, but it's like butter. It really is butter.
And like the vinyl feels so good on the shirt. Like that's what I was trying to explain to you guys earlier. It just feels, if you've ever used DTF transfers, like a good quality one, this is what this printable vinyl feels like. It's just very like ingrained in the shirt almost. Like it feels like a part of the shirt. It doesn't feel cheap, like you just whipped it up in your craft room. It feels like you purchased it. So
Yes.
that's what I love about it.
It is a little bit off, I can tell on the W, but and on the
calibration.
smiley face, but it's not terrible.
I'm just glad the smiley face didn't get cut off. I was gonna feel guilty.
Guilty.
I was gonna feel bad.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna cut this off because I'm gonna press it separate where it's on the front. So we're just gonna save this guy.
Reen Bartels looks freaking amazeballs. Is what
It
she
does look
said.
amazeballs. You right, it does. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my HTV transfer tape. Let's see, I can cut it to right here and save the rest of it. Let's see, right there. So I'm just gonna cut off as much as I need of the transfer tape. Oh, it's curling up and I can't see.
Oh no.
I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Beauty mess. Now I am going to take this off. Lay this down. I do like using the taco method for this. Oh,
What?
I got half the tea.
It's okay.
It'll be fine. I'll cover it up with a little bit of extra. Look, you said we had some extra right here. Now, the only reason I'm covering up this tea is because I don't want that,
The heat press.
I don't want the heat press to touch that vinyl because it will ruin it.
Right.
So I'm just gonna add, where I didn't cut it long enough right here, I got it too close, I'm just adding some transfer tape over top of that tea right there. Now, all you have to do is upside down. Make sure it stays down. You know what? It probably wouldn't be a bad idea if I burnished.
Burnish it.
I'm the world's worst at trying to not burnish and just pressing it with my hands. Really, once again, that's one of those do as I say, not as I do, guys. Please and thank you.
Please and thank you.
Okay, so now we're gonna line this up here. And actually, we're gonna go back to here, and I'm gonna look up, because I'm wanting to say it's 15 seconds, but I'm not 100%.
Katrina says, can you reuse normal HTV backer instead? No, because we are using a heat resist, yes, sorry.
As long as it sticks, you should be able to.
Yeah, sorry, my brain wasn't braining today.
It's not braining. Okay, so heat, 15 seconds. I was right. Boom. Okay, so 15 seconds, back to 1. We are just pressing this for 15 seconds, just like it is. I did pre-press it and I didn't use butcher's paper, so nothing got on there. So we're just gonna go with it.
Okay.
15 seconds.
Here we go.
Money.
Everybody's really excited about CANVA.
I'm excited too, guys.
Drop an
I'm
emoji
super
if you have signed up or plan to sign up for the CANVA course. Drop me a little heart emoji. I would be very curious to see.
Now,
okay.
back overhead. Look at that!
Oh, so satisfying.
Y'all, can you even?
That looks so good.
It does.
I love it.
It really does. So now what I'm just gonna do, I'm gonna reuse this that I just used. We're gonna move this out of the way for just a second. Put our smiley face back in there. Lay this back down. Burnish this on there really well.
Y'all, look at how many hearts we're getting. It is like blowing up. You guys, just so you know, the spots are limited for this discounted price. The link is in the description.
Yes.
Sadie has linked it in the chat. You can sign up today. This is the only time you're going to be able to get the Craft Hack Handbook for free. You're going to get the CANVA course. You're going to, which is 16 plus classes in CANVA, including projects, including branding and sublimation portions. You're going to get a make-a-thon ticket if you bundle.
Yep.
And a mystery box. Okay?
I mean, it's insane.
Yeah, and you can set up payment plans.
Yep.
Okay.
You can do it in 2 payments. So it doesn't have to be a big strain on your wallet right now.
Right.
It does not have to be a big strain on your wallet. Now, when I'm placing pocket tees, there's a couple things that you need to think about. First of all, I love using a t-shirt guide to use, and let's go overhead. I love using a t-shirt guide to use this corner as like a corner for the pocket tee, but you also have to think of who is purchasing, or if you're selling, or who you're making this for. Just remember, and we'll go back to 1, Sadie, just remember, if you're like me, don't place the pocket so far down that it's like, a little more up is better. We'll just say that.
Don't put it on your shoulder either.
Don't put it on your shoulder, but you do have to be mindful.
If you want, you could like lay it on you.
Yeah.
Look, lay it on. Like if I lay the neck up to where
Yeah, so you need it more like up in here. I don't know how to explain it, but I like
Once you
using
do it, you'll get it.
I like using the corner of a t-shirt ruler as my guide. So we're just gonna lay that down, take my t-shirt ruler out. Looks pretty good. Looks a little crooked. Beautiful, beautiful. And 15 seconds.
Beautiful.
Look how stinking
Ugh,
cute.
the lightning bolts are giving me life. I love it.
I could barf. It's so cute.
I love it.
Let
me see the back. I want to see the back. We need to compare them side by side. Oh, because this one's a different pattern of rainbow.
Yes. So this is, we'll compare side by side. So this is a different pattern. This one actually doesn't have any red in it.
I know.
So here is this one that doesn't have red, and it has pink and purple.
Yeah.
I didn't really put purple in mine, and this is red. Well, I mean, you get a little bit of purple between these two.
I'm a red girl. I love red. Lauren does not like red.
I don't know. It's not that I don't, it's okay.
Red would be a good color on you, really, with your hair. And red is actually not great for my hair, but I love like the richest, deepest, like brightest red you can think of is like one of my favorite colors.
Let's get started.
Love it.
I'm so excited to teach you guys how to really get an idea and start with your templates. And we're gonna browse through some of these templates and show you from beginning to end how you can customize it if I can get my computer to come on.
Wakey shaky computer.
Wakey shaky. Because it's not coming on. I'm not even hearing a little beep.
Yay.
Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Let's get signed in here. And we are gonna start over here, close in Canva. So let's go ahead and go to our share screen. So for those that don't know what Canva is an online designing platform. Everything in Canva is housed, what we call it, on the cloud. So everything is going to be web-based. Just please be aware of that. It is going to be web-based, and that's where you're going to design. And then you can download it on your computer and have it on your computer there forever, okay? So the first thing that I want to do is we're going to focus on invitations today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to the top right corner and I'm going to click create a design. Now you can see that there's all kinds of suggested sizes, all kinds of suggested things that you can start with. You can do a custom size, you can whatever. But I wanted to show you that you can actually search invitation. And here you go. You have a landscape invitation, you have a portrait invitation, or you have a square invitation. And that is where you can choose which one you want to start with. Now, when it comes to templates, the templates that are going to pop up are going to be based on the size that you initially create or the suggested templates. So let's just say we wanted to do, let's do a portrait invitation. So we're going to select invitation portrait. You can see here that it's a 5x7 invitation, which is your standard size invitation. And we're just going to select that. And what that's going to do is it's going to open up a new window with our 5x7 invitation. Now, you can see over here on the left-hand side where you are in the Design tab, you have your templates. So this is where all of these templates are going to be housed. You can see here I have recently looked up pool party templates. Scrolling down, you have bridal shower, wedding weekend, I-dos, you can search graduation. You can even see here, they have suggestions. So you can search graduation. There's some really cool graduation templates that you can start with and then build out to really customize and make your own. You can do graduation party, even graduation announcement. It really breaks it down for you. You could even go back. Here we have birthday. You can see that there are lots of different templates for birthday parties. One thing I do want to make sure that you all know and understand is if it has a little crown down here in the bottom, that does mean that it is a pro template, but not all of them have that. See, this one right here is not pro. You could start there. This really cute one is not a pro template. You could do that. But you could even look at the pro templates and then build it from that. If you don't have pro, you can still get the feel for what you want and then build it from the bottom up. But what we're doing today is we're gonna take one and we're gonna teach you how to customize these templates. So what I want to do, I actually want to do a like summer, let's see if they have Memorial Day. I'm just curious. Memorial Day templates. Okay, so they don't have Memorial Day, but they have actual memorial templates. So we're just gonna go back. We're gonna do a pool party.
I love the pool party template we were kind of talking about before, because I really think this is one thing I think we do a really great job here at Makers Gonna Learn is teaching everyone how to simplify really complex designs and make them look really good.
So Karen did ask, is there a way to filter out the pro? No, there is not. You just kind of have to search through it.
Yes.
And honestly, that is probably one of the ways that Canva markets their pro feature is just by having them sprinkled in. So just so you know, there's not a way. So we're just gonna start with a free, just because I know not everyone has pro. So we're just gonna start with a free Canva template for a pool party, and I think I want to go with this one because I like the base of this. But this is not really my style, but I think I can make it more my style. So we're just gonna start with this as a base. Like I said, this one is a free, oh, that one's also cute too. And that one is free as well.
Cool.
Huh, now I don't know what to do. We'll go back to the other one. Let's hit the back button, we'll start here. This is the one that we can work around with this, okay? So, what you can do is, look, when I hover over every single one of these different elements, you can see that they're all separate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get rid of the things that I do not want. So it's not that I don't think these little guys are cute, they are, but it's not the style that I'm going for. So I'm gonna delete these little guys out. Once again, not a huge fan of these clouds. We're gonna delete those out. I might leave the sun for right now, and then we'll kind of play around with everything else here in a minute. But this is the base. This is where we're gonna start, okay? Now, what I want to do next is I'm going to jump over to the Makers Gonna Learn website, and I'm going to find some cut files that go along with the pool party theme, and I'm gonna show you how you can download MGL files. And this is a free you can do this in the free version. You can download cut files and things like that in the free. You cannot download fonts in the free version, but we're gonna find files from MGL that we really like that's going to go in, that's gonna fit our theme. So I'm gonna go to one of the things that I do love, because I don't know exactly what I want, but I know I want it to be summer themed because we're doing a pool party. So I'm gonna go to my categories here, and I'm gonna scroll down here to summer, and I'm going to select summer, and we're going to find different things that we want.
Yes. Now, one thing I want to say is over the past couple of months, Makers Gonna Learn has been doing a lot of work on their search function. So if you struggled with it in the past, like we know it had not been great, I would love for you guys to try it out again and give us new feedback. I love it. Oh, look at the little crab.
I know.
So many good ones.
So I do like this. I like this ring right here. So I'm gonna download that one. And I'm gonna show you how we can customize this in Canva so that we just get this little ring. And then I'm just gonna keep searching, and as I find what I want, I'm just gonna hit the download, and then I will show you how to do it how to put it into Canva.
Perfect.
So we're just gonna keep searching. As we search, ask your questions. If you have any questions, now is a good time for us to answer those. I also like this beach ball. It's the ones that say love. I like the beach ball. We'll just go ahead and download it just in case.
Never know.
Who knows? Who knows?
Unlimited downloads.
Unlimited. We're gonna keep going. Ooh, those little sand dollars are cute. Let's grab one or two of those. Actually, aren't all of them. Let's just go ahead and do them all. Why not? Why not? Let's see. I also like these. And so let's be clear. This, as a full image, you would have to use the full image. So let me just go ahead and download that. You would have to use this full image, but if you find images like this that are PNGs, because these are gonna be PNGs, I can show you how you can edit and shrink this down to, if they're not touching, you can, in Canva, crop them out.
Kind of like we would slice them out.
Kind
in
of like you
Cricut.
would slice them in Cricut,
Yeah.
but it's a little different, but they cannot be touching.
Right.
The beach bag is cute. Let's go ahead and grab that. I don't know. We're just grabbing lots of stuff now. Here's another lifesaver. I don't know what I'm doing. We're just playing around. We're just going to play around.
So good.
I like the flamingo.
Love it.
And this is what I like to do. I'm just mass downloading things that I think I like and I think I will use. Now, am I going to use all of these in this design? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But
Yeah.
I like having the option, right?
So nice.
So I want to find a beach chair real quick. So let's just type beach chair. And from there, we will go back to Canva. Let's see. Let's just grab this pink one. Great. So now that we've got a couple files that we have downloaded, we're gonna go back over here to Canva, and now we can start building. Sally asked, can you bring in your own photos to a template? Absolutely. You can, especially if you are working with, let's say, graduation invitations, you can add frames to your templates and then bring in your own photos of your graduate or whatever and add them in and customize your template. So yes, Sally, you can. Beautiful. So now that we're here, what we are gonna do is we're gonna start building our little beach scene around, although it's a pool party and we're on a beach, but it's okay. It's all good. So we're gonna start building our scene to fit what we want. So now we're gonna go over here to uploads and we're gonna start uploading our images. So you can either click this purple bar at the top that says upload file, or you can bring in your Finder. And y'all, I did forget to unzip all these files. So let's make sure we unzip them real quick. We're just double clicking all of these and it's gonna unzip all of our files, okay? Beautiful. Okay, and now we can see here we have our beach chair. Let's just drag and drop him in there. We're gonna come back to our Finder.
And this is a great tip, just opening up a fresh new page, get all of your things organized, get it all ready to go. Lauren's unzipping her files, getting them all ready. So fun.
Oh, we'll bring this in. I must have unzipped the same thing like 12 times. My bad. Bringing in our beach bag, coming back to our Finder. We don't need our beach bag. Here's the lifesaver.
Listen, imagine designing some amazing like pickleball shirts. Like, come
I know.
on. Like the pickleball quotes. Oh my gosh. Like, come on.
Here's my cute little sand dollars that I really liked. And the thing is you can take these colors and you can customize like our water. You can even customize the background if you wanted to. That's the thing about Canva is you can really make it your own. So here, let's bring in our beach chair. We're gonna size this down. I want to take up kind of as much room here because this is what we call blank space. It's similar to blank space, so we just kind of want to fill this up. And one thing that I adore, I adore this about Canva, is the fact that I can size this beach chair up. And if I just want a corner of that beach chair shown, it has that. And when you're talking about designing, that to me can sometimes make it feel like truly custom.
Yes.
That way it's not like you don't have to have everything on the page. You can have some of it off the page, parts of it on or off the page. So this is one of my favorite things about Canva is the fact that you can pull it and drag it over to the edge and only have parts of it showing.
Now listen, Carla with a K. She says, does Canva replace Design Space, or is there a benefit for keeping Cricut Design Space? Carla with a K. I love that name, by the way. You will still use Cricut, and you'll find the things that you love doing in Canva versus just Design Space. We internally started using Canva just as like the tools are different. More and more. So we're like, people have been asking it for years and we just hadn't taught it until now with the course, but you'll still have to use Cricut to do any Cricut project. You cannot run your crafting without the Cricut Design Space. So it's never a replacement, it's just an alternative to get started and kind of like kickstart you to do majority of the work in Canva, so it'll help you out. So no, it's not replacing it.
Yes. So Canva does not have a true offset function, but let me show you a workaround. So if you have an image that you want to, let's say, have an offset on, we'll use this chair for an example. If you come up here to edit image, you can see there are pro features with edit that we talk a lot about in the course, but if you want, you can add effects down here. So for your faux offset, what you're gonna do, you're gonna come down here to shadows, and you can see there's lots of different shadows here. This is how I use elements, how I take photos and use elements and make them look real. Because adding like a shadow is going to make it look a little bit more real. So we could add a shadow to this chair, and you see how it now pops off the page a little bit more?
Yes.
You can change your blur amount. Now, watch, when you change your blur amount, it is going to make your chair smaller, but you can come back up here and make it bigger.
Wow.
So you see you can
I
change
love that.
You can
Like,
change
this
your
is just
blur.
something that Cricut ain't got.
No, Cricut does not have
And Cricut
this.
doesn't want to have this. So
No.
if y'all trying to say we're trying to replace Cricut, wrong.
You can change the angle. So let's say here, let's do this.
Stop.
Let's flip this.
Stop. Stop.
Now you can see if we're being technical, the sun is shining down this way. We can change the angle of the shadow to match which way the sun is shining.
Who are we, Lauren?
You can even change the distance of how far the shadow is versus how close it is to your image.
Who are we?
Here is the faux offset. If
Boom.
you come over here to outline, look, now it's smaller right now, but you can up your size, and there you have a faux
Like
offset.
I said, if y'all want.
Actually, I'm gonna
I love this.
I'm gonna come back here to edit image, and I'm gonna take that effect off because I don't personally want it, and I'm gonna flip my chair back this way. So that's just a workaround of how you can do a couple things with your images.
Carla with a K.
Now, back to our uploads. This is what I wanted to show you how you can take, let's say, a PNG image, and let's say you see how all of these elements are not touching, and let me add a page and let me bring it down here so you all can, there's nothing else going on.
Yes.
So you can see how we can do this. You cannot slice the outline out of the chair. So let's go to camera number one. Canva is a way to design a lot of things very easily. There are a lot of functions in Canva that you don't have in Cricut Design Space. However, one thing I want to be clear, Canva is not like Illustrator. And Slice is one of those functions that Cricut kind of took from Illustrator for their design software that is specific for die cutting machines. Canva is just a way for us to have another design software. So there are going to be functions in Canva that you may have in Cricut Designs. There are not going to be functions. Let me rephrase. There are going to be functions in Cricut Design Space, only a few, that you are not going to have access to in Canva. And Slice is one of those. Contour is another one. Those are very much similar to like Adobe Illustrator and CAD softwares.
Yep.
So this is not a CAD software. It's
Right.
very different.
This is more design. Like some of the
Yes.
things you're just blown away by, those are tools that you wouldn't have in like a CAD design space software, Illustrator,
Yes.
that you would have here. So that's why these work together and not against each other.
So let's go back to here, okay? Let's talk, we'll hold a lot of our questions here for a little while, and I wanna show you what I wanted to show you a while ago, and that's how we can separate, say if I just want this beach ball and I see that it's not touching any other element, what you can do is you can edit this and look, all I have to do is click that bar, move that up, move this over. Now it may be close with this L. I'm afraid it might be a little close with the L, but let me show you the workaround that I use for this if something like this happens. And you can see we will zoom in and it's like I can't get rid of this portion of the L without getting rid of some of the beach ball. No problem, my friend. I'm gonna show you how we can work that around. So what you can do is we can bring this up here. Let's say I wanted it to be part of this design. You can size it however you want. Whoops, let's go back. I didn't mean to move that. Size it however you want. I don't really care for these colors together, but let me just show you what I would do. So another thing, I want to keep this color or color away from that. So I'm just gonna turn this. What you can do, if this happens and you want to take out parts of a PNG and you wanna edit it down, but there's a little tiny piece that you have to cover up, here's my workaround for that. I like to add a square. I like to zoom in really close. I'm then gonna bring this square down. I'm going to size it pretty small because there's just a little small sliver that I need to cover up, right? Then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna bring it, let's bring it here. You can see I have to do it even smaller to fit within this little area. And now watch, I can take that, come up here and change this color, change it to this blue, and you don't even see it.
Boom.
Now,
Wow.
let's be clear. If I move this, it's just hidden behind a layer. Do you see how it's just hidden behind that? So just know if you move it, you're gonna have to move your little square along with it and possibly change the colors.
Right.
But this is just a little workaround of something that we do to make things work for us.
Love it.
Okay? So, lots of different things that you can do with that. I mean, honestly, and here's another thing. Let's say I don't really care for that color. If it is a PNG, you cannot change the color. You can see here the color is not, you can't change it. However, you can go to edit image and you can see we can put filters on it and kind of make it different colors if you want to. You can change the intensity. You can move it up and down, but just be clear. Let me be clear. It has to be an SVG to be able, ooh, I like that color with it. It matches the beach ball really well.
Love it.
And I'm gonna size this up just a little bit, bring it down more like in the front here. And so now we kind of have a basis. I don't want a lot going on. I think
Right.
I'm just happy with this.
Yeah, it
like
looks really
you can
good.
see that it's more the vibe that I wanted, but I still want to customize this really how I want it. I am going to size this up. I want it a little bit bigger. I do love that Canva has the snap tools. And I want to change the color of this. We're gonna try our best to match some of these colors like on the beach ball. Let's go with this more of like a burnt orange color. And here is one thing that I love. And sometimes it shows up and sometimes it doesn't. So I don't understand Canva in that aspect. Maybe it's just with text. So I want to have the color of this chair. I want it, the pool party, the same color as the chair. So I'm going to choose this little picker icon and I'm gonna come over here to the chair. I'm gonna click that, boom. It's the same color as the chair now. I now also want to add an effect to this pool party. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up here to effects and let's just play around with it. That's it. I like the splice. The splice is one of my favorites.
Ooh.
You can change the direction of the splice if you want to. You can change the offset if you want it right on top of it, if you want it down this way. I'm bringing this direction down. You can even change the thickness, and we'll zoom in so you can see what I mean. You can change the thickness up, down. You can change how far, how close. You can change the direction
Cheryl
this way,
says,
that way.
as Tanner says, love, love, love it.
Yes.
Yes, look at that, y'all.
And you can change the color. Now it automatically chooses a complementary color. So I do like that. And I think I like that color. I'm not gonna change it. I just wanna leave it like that. So now we are getting somewhere. It is more my style. I'm gonna make it a little bigger. What I mean by snap is, do you see how it shows me the margins and it tells me if it's lined up? That's what I mean by the snap.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we can change, we'll just leave the date. I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit. I'm also going to zoom in. I'm going to select this. I'm using my arrow keys to just bring this down.
Yeah.
Bring this down to line up with that. We will choose this one, bring it down as well. And then I'm gonna bring this one in and line it up there. And now you can change your information. All of that stuff can be changed and customized.
Now, Lauren, where you were just at with the color and all those really neat tools, is those features only Pro?
No.
Okay, just so everyone can see that.
Yes, you can edit text. You can edit any free text, really any text. If you select your text, so let's zoom in. If you select your text, or let's do this one that doesn't have an effect on it. You can select your text. You can come up here to the top toolbar. You can click effects, and these are all free. So you can add a background if you wanted to. You can change the roundness of the background. You can spread it out. You can change your transparency of the background.
Fun.
All of that can be changed. You can have a shadow effect, which it is hard to see on this unless you zoom in. It's hard to see the shadow effect. You have a lift effect. You have you can hollow it out, which would be really cool. Like if you have the splice up here, if you wanted to say, let's hollow all this out and see what it looks like. So it's fine, but it's a little harder to read.
Yeah.
So we're gonna come back up here and change it all back to none.
Boom.
You can have, and let's zoom in. I wanna make sure you all see all of this. You can do an outline if you wanted to, and you can even change the color of your outline. Let's say we wanted to change, let's change our text color to this light blue. I don't know. Cool, fine-ish, dark blue. Nah, I don't know. Back to effects, change the outline color to a lighter. Why it's not gonna do anything. I mean, you can play around with it. You don't have to have anything on it.
Right.
You also, I really love the echo. The echo effect is also one of my favorites, and I'll zoom in so you guys can see it up close. Do you see how it has all of the different layers? So once again, you can change how far the echo is. The direction, whichever way you want it to go. It's all of these are free, okay? So, I do like that echo. Let's change these colors to blue.
Oh, neat.
Let's change these colors to blue. Let's go back to our effects and the echo. And what did I have the echo? This was on 63. So we can now type in the same number here and it will match all of that. So we're just gonna add this echo.
Yes, someone
change
commented,
it.
I can't believe how much y'all are making me excited to use Canva instead of being intimidated by it. Y'all, no reason to be intimidated.
None.
But here's what I want you to understand.
Yeah.
Lauren, this looks so good.
I know, and you see what I mean by how this was even a Canva element. You see
Yeah.
when I bring it in, it's a full sun, but when I put it up here in the corner, I can even size it up and make the sun look a little bit bigger. And let's say I didn't want that little shiny side showing, I just wanted this like a solid. Look, you can switch it around and it can look solid. So many different things that you can do in Canva. Now, another thing, let's say we wanted to add some more clouds. You can use, we love integrating our MGL files into our designs, but just know you do have elements at your fingertips. So let's say we just wanted to add clouds. We can type in cloud and go to our graphics. You do need to go to see all, and you can see some of these are pro, but here's a cute little free cloud, or here's one that's free that would go really well up here if you wanted to, or let's say you wanted to add a cloud down here, or let's make this a little smaller, center it here, let's more information, enter. That way we can bring it here in the middle, and we can have clouds over here on the side. And let's say you wanted to cover up, I don't know, if you wanted to cover up those clouds because they weren't really your style, you can add that here, but watch. You can go to position. Now let's say we wanted this to be behind the white, but we didn't, and now that white is, I want this chair still bigger. Now that I've moved the little thing. So if we wanted, say, more clouds to show in the background, but we still want them behind the white, there's a couple ways you can do this. I love using shortcut keys. I'm not gonna use a shortcut key today. That's in the course. I'm just gonna show you where you can find it. There is a layers panel in Canva. Ooh. There is a layers panel. So if you go to position and you go to layers, if you want to arrange, you can send it forward to front, backwards to back. You can align, all of that is here, but you can go to layers and you can see that all of this is in these layers. So now what I can do, you can click and drag it and put it behind everything.
Yes, so good.
So now we've covered up that cloud. Let's say you liked these types of clouds better. And then you can duplicate. Let's say you want it over here to cover up that cloud. Right now it's in front of everything. We're gonna go to position and we're just gonna move it back behind and put it right there. And so now it covers up those other clouds, and maybe these clouds are more your style.
Yep.
So lots of things that you can do. And let's duplicate one more time and we'll add another little cloud over here on the corner. We'll go back to position. We'll click and drag and add it there. And you can even resize it if you want to. Once it gets there, you're like, that's too big. I don't want that there. You can, let's say you just want a corner of the cloud poking out. Beautiful. There you go. Look at that.
Love it.
So easy, guys. It's definitely something, I don't want this to intimidate you. I don't want Canva to intimidate you, because it is such a good software to use and to utilize. And now, once you have created your template, you're happy with how it looks, I'm going to show you a couple different ways that you can download this depending on what you want to do. So once you have finished your design and you're ready to send it or you're ready to print it, either way, you can go to share. Now, the next portion is going to be all dependent on how you want to share this invitation or this template. Maybe you've created this and you want to share it with your friends. You can, or maybe you want to sell it. Let's say you wanted to sell this template, this invitation template on Etsy. What you would then do, and we're not going to go into a lot of details, but if you wanted to sell it on Etsy, you're just going to click template link, and what that's going to do is that's going to create a template link for you, and that way you can then sell it. Now there are lots and lots of other steps with that that we are not going to go into because that's just going to confuse you guys, but just know you can do that.
Yes.
We're going to go ahead and delete it because we don't need it, but that's what you would do, and how you would sell this template link is by downloading the template link and then lots of other steps after that. So anyway,
Yeah.
we're going to delete that. Now, if you want to share it digitally, you can share it on social straight from Canva. But most of the things that you all are going to do is you all are going to download it for yourself. So you're going to click the download, and depending on what you want to do is how you're going to download it. 9 times out of 10, if you are wanting to take this and do a print and cut in Cricut Design Space, you are going to do it as a PNG. Period. That's just how it's going to work. From there, you're going to choose PNG, which is going to be the file type, the default file type in Canva, and you're just going to click download. You don't have to remove the background for this because it is all one image. So what that's going to do, it's going to flatten your image as a PNG, and now it is ready for you to upload into Cricut. If you want to share it digitally, you can still share it as a PNG, or you can come back to download. You can do it as a JPEG, a PNG.
There's so many good options.
So many options, okay? So let's just say we wanted to do print and cut. So we've downloaded it as a PNG. We're gonna hop back over here to Cricut. Let's go ahead and get rid of what we worked on yesterday. We're gonna go to upload, upload image. I'm coming over here to my Finder, and in my downloads, lordy day, I sure did unzip a lot of things, didn't I?
You got a lot.
Let's go to recents.
So
Where
fun.
is it at?
So, under downloads?
I tried.
Are you trying to find what you just downloaded?
Yes.
Oh.
There it is.
Yay.
I didn't change the name. It was more information. So we're gonna now click and drag this here.
Look at how easy. Oh,
Continue. Apply and continue. We want this as a flat graphic and continue.
I love that new term, flat graphic.
Yes. I
That's
do
like
too.
a new Cricut update.
Flat graphic. And now it's gonna come in. Now it doesn't come in as a 5x7, although we downloaded it as a 5x7. So what you're gonna do, it's the same proportion.
Yeah.
So if you just come in here and type 5, it's going to put it as a 5x7.
So good.
So now you can go to make it and go through the process of printing and cutting.
Yes, so good.
Or, like we said, you can print it straight from Canva and then you can cut it by hand yourself. Whichever one you prefer.
And since it's a 5x7, you can fit 2 on if you, I don't know if Cricut will set it up for you automatically, but
You should be able to fit
2. I don't know, depending on there. You might have to be a little bit smaller than 5x7. Oh, there you go.
I
it'd be
think it's
tight.
going to have to be a little bit smaller. So
Yeah.
if
So
you
could
wanted to do 5,
always
2,
play around with it.
let's just do here. Let's go to 4.5, 4.5.
Yes, so good.
Make. Now we can turn it sideways. Here. Fit it there. Actually, I should have probably done this first. So it's putting it on 2 different things. So we can turn it sideways, move it here, come here, hit the 3 dots, move it to our first page, bring it here, turn it sideways.
Yep.
Come on now.
Love it. So as you can
So
see,
you can
might
see.
just want to play around with
You're
it
gonna-
depending on how you're doing it. You can also send this to your local printer and
Yeah.
just be like, hey, here's my design. Like, I just need 30 of these.
There you go.
However you want to do it. Lauren, so fun.
That's
So good.
So today what we're doing is we are actually going to be utilizing some of the AI features that Canva has in its program, which I think are amazing. I love the integration of certain AI features.
Yeah.
So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be working in the apps section, and we are going to be working with an app called Magic Morph,
Yes.
where you can turn anything into like a gold effect, which is really, really fun. Super excited for that. Super excited to show you guys how you can do that, and then of course how you can download it and then make stickers out of it.
Yeah, so good. So
Without
good.
having to have like special gold foil sticker paper.
Yes.
How are you guys doing today? I'm super excited to show you how we are going to create these gold foil effect stickers. Let's go ahead and go overhead and take a look at these. So you all can see that these look like gold foil stickers, but what we have done is we have just gone into Canva and used Magic Morph to turn a regular image into a gold foil image. So
Amazing.
you can get the gold foil effect and not even have to do any of the extra work that you have to when it comes to gold foil stickers. So I'm super, super excited about this. One thing, like I said earlier, this is a pro feature. This Magic Morph app is a pro feature. So make sure, like we said, if you are on the fence, if you don't have pro yet, just take in all of the information that we are giving you today, and then you can come back and rewatch once the Digital Design for Creatives course is launched. You can come back and rewatch, turn on your 30-day trial membership, and then you can play around with it. This is actually a very, very easy process.
Yes.
I think you all are going to be very impressed at how easy this is. And not only that, but you can put prompts into this AI app that gives you more than just gold foil. So maybe gold foil is not your thing and you want to try something else. Magic Morph will do so many other things. So we even had somebody just say, can it be used for other metallics? Listen, we'll try it out. We're gonna play around with it and I'm gonna show you exactly what it does. So let's go ahead and let's go to our share screen so that we can get started.
Such a great one. This is great for stickers. We've done a lot of stickers this week. My class had stickers. This is another really fun sticker one. You'll definitely want to play out with. Claudia asked, would this technique work for the gold foil invitation envelope seals, like as a faux envelope seal?
I mean, it could be as a faux, it could work as a faux envelope seal. I will say this, we have this on, I think that this effect would look really, really good on shiny sticker paper versus matte. We have it on matte right now, but it still looks pretty good. But I think that you could utilize this with shiny sticker paper and really make it look very gold foil. You just are gonna have to play around with it and you'll see what I mean here in just a second. So let's go back to our share screen and here from our home page, which I had to sign into my personal Canva, and then I went ahead and upgraded to the 30 days of the free pro account for today, because our Canva, and I'm going to log out of mine and I'll show you what the new interface looks like closer to the end. We found the portal and we have already upgraded ours. But anyway, to get started today, you first are going to come up here to the top right hand corner and you're going to select Create a Design. Now, I know that we've said all week and everybody has asked, well, what design do I create? I don't know, what do I do? Generally, my personal rule of thumb is if I plan on creating it, especially if I plan on creating stickers, my rule of thumb is I'm going to create this document the same size as my sticker paper. So our sticker paper is 8.5 by 11. So you can actually just come down here where it says flyer. That's the same thing, 8.5 by 11. You can come down to custom size. You don't have to. We're just gonna pre-select flyer because it tells me right here that this is a portrait 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So I'm selecting that. That is going to open up a new window with my new document in it, okay?
Love it.
So here is what you have to start working with. Now, before we go over to the app Magic Morph, you do have to have elements on your page because it's not one of those apps where you type what you need in or you upload it into the app, you actually have to have the elements on your page. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna grab a couple elements, we're gonna put it on our page, we'll type some things out, and then we're gonna go over to the app. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here to the right-hand side to the elements. We'll just choose some cool looking elements here. I'll grab this sun as an element. And these are just for some stickers. We'll type out some text here. You're so golden. And every time I say that, I sing that song. You're so golden.
Lauren was singing it all morning.
I know. Well, I looked at this sticker and whatever.
So awesome.
After you type that, we're just gonna come over here and I'm going to grab a font that I think would be like really pretty in this gold foil. Not feeling that one. Let's just keep on. One thing that I have absolutely started, like I've been utilizing so much, if I know that I'm not using one of the fonts that I have uploaded, then I love going to either like handwriting fonts or searching up here at the top. Like I know I want a serif font, I can come look for serif, or I know that I want a vintage looking font. I can just come here and find vintage. So I have been doing that so much here recently, and I love that tool there for us. I'm gonna go back to handwriting because I think I want, and then I'm gonna go to effect. Nope. I'm gonna go to line spacing and I'm gonna bring these lines closer together like this. I'm still not, well, it's
You're not
fine.
sold?
I'm not sold, but we're leaving it.
Okay.
It's not a big deal. It's not.
Now, I want to have a conversation about what type of images this works well for, what images you would probably stay away from.
Well, let's just go ahead and we'll put a couple different styles on our page and we'll play around with it. So let's go back to our elements. Let's type in, like let's find like an illustration, like a fine line illustration. We'll do that. We have the sun that is a little bit thicker. So let's type in, what do we want to do? What kind of illustration?
Ooh,
Give us some floral illustration. Floral.
You could do some cowboy boots. You could do all sorts of stuff.
Illustration. See all. So like maybe something like this. We'll try that out. That looks.
Could be cool.
It could be. But it also, do y'all see what I'm seeing? Like, I don't know, the lines look.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that one.
Okay.
But I love how Magic Recommendation gives me styles that are similar to that. So like this one is more what I think would look good. Like those lines look crisp and sharp. So we'll do that. And then, M Knapp says feathers. Let's try that out.
Ooh, so fun.
Let's just do feather. That could be cute.
Yeah.
We'll just start out with the basic one. So yeah, we have a couple here. You can see we have a text, we have images, we have a couple things going on here. So let's just go ahead and let's start the process. So we're gonna zoom back out. What you're gonna do now is you're gonna come over here to your left side panel and you're gonna come down here to this that says apps. So you're going to select that. And then from there, you are going to search Magic Morph. And that will pop up. It's this big green M. That's what you're looking for. And we're going to start in this app. So now, step number one is you have to select the element that you want it to morph. So if you want the text, if you want the florals, whichever, you have to select, and there has to be that purple bounding box around what you want this app to morph. So we'll just start with a text that says, "You're so golden," and then we will go from there. So now that we have selected this, and you need to make sure, if you all noticed, I moved this and that the bounding box was around it, and if you look over here, the feather was in there. So if you move something, make sure you always go back and make sure that purple bounding box is around what you want it to morph. And now you can, couple things. 2, you can either describe what you want it to morph it into, or you can choose from an example that they have down here below. So like I said earlier, it doesn't have to just be gold foil balloons or gold foil. You can do kind of anything you want. And what I want you to start out with before you, if you want to play around with it and start typing in the descriptions, that is fine. But click on one of these examples and then you can look and see what prompt it is giving it.
Right.
So for this one, for example, it says inflatable reflective gold foil party balloons. So that is a little bit longer of a prompt. Or if we go over here to pumpkin, it just says Halloween pumpkin. There's wood, intricate wood carving. Flowers, fill it with clusters of flower with a detailed leafy background. So you can really play around with this and make it what you want. This one literally just says the word pretzel.
Wow.
It just says pretzel. The next one says colorful, playful, inflatable balloon animals. That would be interesting. So let's just start out with the gold foil inflatable balloons. And then I'm going to show you what it does. Now Kelly asked, do you have to do one at a time? Yes, Kelly, you do have to do one at a time. And after you choose or you type in what you want it to look like, you're gonna come down here and you're gonna select Magic Morph. Now, what it's gonna do is AI is going to start generating 4 different images that you can choose from. I want to be clear though, once you choose that image, you can't go back and edit, especially if it's text, you can't go back and edit the text. So just keep that in mind. And as I was playing around with this and we were coming up with our ideas for this week, I did notice that sometimes some of the ones you get are not as good as others. So I'm gonna go ahead and come down here and add a page so we don't get so clustered. And I wanna show you all 4 of these and I'm gonna blow them up so we can see them really, really well. So if we choose this first one, and let me actually change the background of this so that we can see it a little bit better. I think we can see it. So like this one, when you're zooming in, to me, this looks just like gold foil balloons.
Oh, 1,000%.
Like that is exactly what it looks like.
Like I'm thinking like designing like a really easy birthday card, graduation card, like
right.
Come
now for some reason it clicked off of my 4. I was gonna choose all 4, but if that happens, just generate it again. Now there is a good chance that it's going to generate, the look is gonna be a little bit different. So just know that it's there, but it may still look different. So we've got this one. This one looks a little different, so let's choose it. Yeah, so this one is just a tad bit different. You can see like the light's reflecting it at a different angle. The gold is a little different. I don't like this one as much as the first one. So you do just have to be kind of selective on what you choose. Take a look at all of them and then choose which one you like. I think I'm just gonna go with the original. I think I'm just gonna go with this one. Like, I think this looks good. And this would be a great way to create graphics. Even if you don't wanna cut it out as a sticker, this would be a really good way to create like a virtual party invitation or online graphics. And we can play around with that again. So let's come back up here and let's look at some other prompts that we can use. So I'm gonna duplicate this page, or sorry, I don't want to duplicate. I just want to add another page, which is that one at the end. So we are going to, and before we move off of this, if for some reason you do not like the 4 that have been choosing, you can select create again and it's going to generate you 4 new results. So if we go back and let's say we just want, let's do silver. Somebody said, can you do different ones? So let's do silver reflective foil balloons. and see what kind of result we get. Silver reflective foil balloons.
Yeah, love it.
And let's do it in let's just do the feather, because I don't think we need something that says you're so golden in silver balloons reflective. Let's change that. No, I don't want. I just need to add an L. I don't need I don't need Grammarly right now.
I love it.
So we are going to morph our silver. We're gonna morph our feather. Change this black. Come back to our apps. Oh, that's why, because I clicked off of that. Darn. Okay. Select this silver reflective party balloons.
Yes.
Silver foil. Let's do that. Silver foil reflective party balloon.
Like, this AI is like insane.
Yeah, it really
Like,
is.
it's just doing the Lord's work. Like, it's hard to even fathom what it's doing, you know?
Okay, so as this is generating, I'm gonna scroll down to my next page right here. And then we will see what it generates. I'm not sure what it will do, but you know what? We're gonna find out together. So you can see it's kind of like, this one doesn't, nope. It's not giving the same effect. Let's go back. Okay, let's go back. Let's do this. I'm gonna select the M, but I'm gonna just change the word gold to silver. So inflatable, reflective, silver foil party balloons.
Love it.
Instead of gold. Magic morph it.
So good.
This should get it right. See, that's the thing with AI is you have to be very, very specific with your prompts, or you are not going to get the results that you want. So
good.
keep that in mind. You just have to be aware of your prompts. I mean, the one that just said pretzel works, so why can't silver reflective balloons work?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, so can we just address this? Like, it's so fascinating. We're like, why does this AI not work? Like, AI is incredible, but like, in a way, it still has a very long way to go.
It does.
Like, in a unique way. Like, it's fun to like think about it now, because like soon, y'all think about this. AI is just gonna get smarter and smarter, right? And then it's just go be like, we're gonna think back at the times we've told it very specific details and we didn't get what we wanted.
I know. I just don't like
this is
the
not-
silver
this
is
is
looking
not-
blue to me.
Yeah, this isn't silver, you know what I mean? So crazy.
Janine said, I'm confused. Can you do this in the free version? Janine, no, you cannot. We did address that at the top of the show.
Yes,
So
correct.
this is a pro feature only.
And this helps you guys, like even if you are, for example, let's say you're somebody here that doesn't have pro. This training is just as relevant to help you understand like if this is something you are missing out on, you want to have, or you're like, hey, this doesn't even work all that great. I don't even miss out. Like I'm not even missing out. Like this is whatever you make it to be, right? We're just giving you the options this week, just to clarify. I think a lot of people like assume that this boot camp's goal was to just be a beginner boot camp. We actually saved that for the program, right? So we're saving a lot of that for the program. We wanted this boot camp to be inspiring about the possibilities of learning Canva.
Yes.
And I think like the gold balloons is a great example of that. So
I just
super,
want to
super
try
fun.
this pretzel effect personally. Like it literally just used the word pretzel.
Love it.
I'm just going to try it. I'm just going to see what it does. This is what this whole thing was. We're just pretzel. Pretzel. We're gonna see.
Oh, I'm excited to see the pretzel.
We're gonna see what Magic Morph does.
Magic Morph is making a sticker
Tara
sheet.
says, "I love the blue, but it's like AI is colorblind."
Yes, Tara, exactly.
Not only is AI sometimes colorblind, but they cannot do hands
Love
at
it.
all.
Love it, love it, love it.
So
That's true. They cannot do
Oh.
hands. Oh, the pretzel.
honestly, that's
No,
pretty
it's awesome.
cool.
Yeah. Zoom in. Let's show everybody.
Let me bring it down here.
Yes.
Oh, I don't like it on the black.
Me either.
Let's come back up here. Let's just add a page. That's what.
So good.
Bring this down. Like, that's pretty cool. I mean, when you zoom in, you can tell it's AI generated, but oh man, I kind of like that one, I think.
Yeah.
The second one.
I like that it's also like a pretzel, but it's also like a balloon.
I know.
So awesome.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So there's lots of different things that you can do. One thing that you can do is, let's say you liked, let's see, we'll come down here. Let's say you liked this, but you wanted it to be a little bit more, you didn't want it, let's say you wanted rose gold, or we could even try for silver. Okay, look, if you have Pro, I have an idea. We're gonna try something out. So we're gonna go to share. Because we know that the gold balloons work, but let's say you want silver. If you go to share, we go to download. We're gonna download this as a PNG with a transparent background. This is a very important that if you want to change the color of the gold, and we're gonna try to make it silver. I'm not gonna promise you that this is gonna work, but I have an idea. We're gonna download this, okay? We're gonna add another page. We'll change the
Also,
color
I have
back.
another request after you're done doing this.
Okay.
Christine is curious about chocolate chip cookies, and now I'm curious too.
Okay.
We're just going to do a bunch of food. Y'all, imagine a Cookie Monster themed party. We're trying to do the Lord's work. Why pay for a Canva party template when you could build your own? Right? Come on, y'all.
Oh,
So cool.
I forgot to select single page. That's what what my issue was. Okay. So we have the You're So Golden. We have downloaded, because first of all, if you can do this app, then you have Pro and you can remove the background.
Yes.
So now we have it here. Let me change my background again back to black for this one. Just because I want to take this image, I want to go to edit image, and I want to go to adjust. We're going to go to adjust.
Okay.
I'm going to take the temperature. Oh, that's giving me rose gold.
Ooh, it looks gold from my angle, so I trust you.
Hold on.
But as you've learned this week, when you sit at this angle, you see totally different things.
You do see different things from that angle. This is definitely giving rose gold right now. Let me bring the temperature.
This is so crazy. I literally am just seeing better and better gold.
Like, you can bring the brightness down a little bit. What I wanted to do, though, is we're trying to make it silver.
Also, just letting you guys know, you're scooping up these seeds.
That's it. I knew it was going to work.
Yay!
When you bring the vibrance and the saturation
Saturation.
down, it looks silver.
I love
So
that.
if you want to, you can take the, do it with the gold foil balloons, because we know that works. Download it as a PNG with a transparent background, okay? And then re-upload it, go to edit image. It's going to come up when you hit edit image, first of all, it's going to come up right here. Don't get confused. Look at your top toolbar here. You have effects, adjust, and crop.
So fun.
Go to adjust. You can play around with it. Like, that's bringing the whites up is going to make it look a lot more silver.
Ooh, I'm loving this.
You can even bring let's see, that doesn't change it. Like, that just gives it more of a 3D-ish effect, but you can take the black down and then move the saturation all the way out of it. It's going to make it silver.
Love it.
Okay.
Love it.
So.
Okay, now that you talked about that, can we do something with the cookie?
Okay, we're going back to the cookie.
Someone said we must be hungry. Y'all, I was just talking about, guys, imagine this. Imagine a seafood buffet right now. Like, I'm really not even that hungry, but I just imagine, like, it's beginning to feel like summer here.
What do we want to turn into a cookie?
I don't know.
Do you want to turn an image, or do you want to turn a word into a cookie?
After seeing the pretzel,
Let's just turn Tanner into a
oh,
pokey.
okay, thanks.
Okay, cool.
We're having so much fun with this tool. Guys, I did not expect to enjoy this tool. And I think this is part of the fun. Like learning Canva, if anything, my thesis of this week has been Canva is so much more than Cricut Design Space. Like that's my thesis. That is my, not to say it's better than Cricut. It's just so different. Like the things that we've done almost, Lauren, let's think of one day this week that we used. I mean, my class could have been sliced out and used patterns, but we also customized some patterns in Canva, which was really fun.
I'm so glad you mentioned your class because I meant to show you guys yesterday. Oh, these are not good.
Oh,
What is this? What is this? What am I looking at?
you're looking at, stop.
That doesn't look like a chocolate chip cookie.
Okay, it looks like a cookie that has like snow on it.
It doesn't look like that either.
Okay, I digress. Divert the yeah, we're good. We're good. Abort.
Abort mission.
Abort mission.
I do want to try it with the wood, like the intricate wood carving.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, so back to my thesis, and then Lauren has something she wants to share, which is gonna be so good.
Yes.
My thesis of this entire week is really sharing with you guys like a broader picture. Like, yes, I love having Canva as a back pocket tool for files and design, but as you've learned this week, Canva's so much more. So I really want to challenge you to level up. You know, Bobby just said, got my bundle today. I was on the fence, but design has been my goal this year. This is such a robust program at an amazing price. Exactly, Bobby.
Yes.
So good. That's our goal. Like, our goal is to help you have fun with it, help learn what you want to do. So I want to challenge you to challenge yourself to level up this year and have fun in Canva too, which is what we're doing in our curriculum. So feel free to join. This wood is not giving either. Maybe it's my name. Maybe it's, okay, Lauren, this is giving airbrushed beach shirt.
Very much so. I honestly do think that the gold for some reason works better than the rest of them.
Yeah.
But you could even do like, let's say we choose this and we do gold glitter. Like it's going to morph this into something like it's if you don't want the inflated balloon look, but you want the gold foil. Like gold glitter, gold foil are the words you're going to use, and for some reason it just does really well. Kim, I did also like the wood. I think it would look so much better with something else, like a different font or a different word, or if you had like one big letter that you wanted to put everything around. See, like this one looks really funky to me. Like I'm not digging it. Actually, I'm not really digging any of them, but I digress. One thing that you can do if let's say you've created something like this, and this is if you're doing graphics for social media, things like that, or if you're wanting to print like an invitation, one thing I would suggest is coming over here to your elements. So a couple things that you can do is once you've done that, you can add elements around this. So you see I had the gold glitter coming down from the top. I even added some like little twinkle stars to the words. Or if you wanted to do it in silver, we'll just come down here and let's do silver accents.
Ooh.
Silver.
Love it.
Let's do silver glitter. I think that's what I want. Silver glitter. Oh, this. Except clearly it shouldn't say you're so golden.
Or
But
should
like-
it?
But like, look at this. And we'll bring this one to the front right here. And then we'll do silver twinkle stars. Silver twinkle. We'll just do silver twinkle. I don't know. Nah. Silver star. Let's try that. I want like an actual like twinkle star,
I know, right?
like the gold one.
That is one of the, I don't want to say
No.
troubles, but there's so many, you know, options.
Let's just type in twinkle star.
Yeah, so good.
Yes.
Can you change the gold to silver like you did with text? Yes. You would just have to export it,
Yes.
things like that.
So whether it is like an image or whatever, you would have to export it, bring it back in, and then you would have to edit. Because if you don't, let's say we edit here, it just takes me back to Magic Morph. It doesn't give me the option to edit because it is not a PNG image. It came straight from that AI software. So to be able to truly edit the image, you then have to go to share. Like I said, you have to download it as a PNG with a transparent background, and that means you're gonna have to re-upload it into Canva, and then you can edit and change that gold to silver by taking out the saturation and the tint, okay?
Love it.
Use the silver words except for the, yeah. So lots of different things that you can do. What I wanted to talk to you all about with Tanner's from the other day
Tell us.
is you can, we're gonna change this back to white. There is another app that you can do almost the same thing that we did. It's
No
a little
way.
bit different.
Okay.
What is the name of the app? Where's my phone? Give me 2 seconds.
Back to
Back to us doing what we did on Wednesday, except for using an app.
Okay.
So first thing you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to select the picture or image that you want to be behind your words, that you want your words to kind of be knocked out. We're just gonna go with this beautiful landscape image here, okay? From there, you're gonna come back to your apps. You're going to type in font frame. So after you type in font frame, it's this one with the A on it. You're going to select that. We want to use selected image, and then you're gonna type in your text. Now, you don't have to use this font. If you come over here to settings, you can choose what font that you want. Now, I don't think that you can use any font that's in Canva. I think they are very limited, but when I say very limited, it's not very. I want you to look at all of these fonts that you can choose from with this app. Like, honestly, some of these apps are limited in what they can do. This to me is a great, like, I love that there are so many options of fonts for this one. So we'll just randomly pick one. And then what you're gonna do is you can choose your alignment. If you want it centered, right, or left, right. You can choose your outline thickness if you want to outline. If you don't, you can choose your letter spacing here. We can come back to image and text, and we can change your words down here under text. So we'll just type in Lauren, fine. Settings, letter spacing, we'll space it. You can space it out a little more. You can bring it all together, whatever you want. Outline thickness, up or down. If you have multiple lines, you can do your line spacing as well. We are going to use the selected image. You can see here that you can also scale your image if you just want more of the skyline, if you want it to be part of the floral.
So this is such a fun tool. I love this.
Yes,
Love
let's
it, love
just
it,
go
love it.
back with Hello World because I feel like this is going to get a lot of this image, and let's scale it down like that. We're gonna come back to our settings. I want it to be centered.
Kelly, you do not have to be a member to take this program. I recommend people being members just because we have so much more training.
And then,
but you don't have to be.
add to the
Lauren,
design.
this looks like $1 million. Who are you?
I mean,
Where did you find this
I'm
tool?
me. I'm just me.
I'm just me.
I'm just me.
I love it.
So,
is
yeah.
this an app in Canva? Or do you have
Yes.
to download it into Canva?
No, it's already there. If you come over here to the left-hand side where it says apps, if you just select that, type in font frame, this is the app that we're using. However, I will say, like I said, I suggest you don't have to start with the image that you want in the background. You can actually upload it. You can choose from your computer whatever file you want. So you can choose file, or you can search in your elements. Like I've just typed in landscapes, and if you come down here to photos, you can see all of these photos of landscapes. You can choose one. And then like this one is beautiful. That would be a good one to have behind some text.
Yes.
You can then go back to your apps and you can select font frame and you can use selected image.
Oh my
and you
gosh.
see it gives you a preview.
Listen, if you're getting this as like the goal to design your, I mean, imagine doing this with sublimation shirts.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
Imagine doing this with your Christmas cards. Imagine doing this for your gift tags. Imagine like you are going to have so much fun.
Yes,
So much fun.
so much you can do with this. Knock your socks off a little bit.
Today's project is so incredible. You're gonna have so much fun designing this project. We are really, really thrilled to give you guys like, every day is practical, but this practical is like sticker practical. And we
Yes.
all are obsessed with stickers and quotes and all of that. So over here on the craft table, we have made a sample for today's project just to give you visual on what we are making. This is what we're making. We're making a sticker, and I love that we put it on a notebook because this is like showing you the magnitude of what you can do with stickers that I don't think we touch on a lot. So just let's go overhead, and you're gonna be able to see this right here, and it is so good. So this is what I'm gonna teach you guys how to do. It's kind of like a little knockout text with some patterns and things like that. You're going to love this technique. I am going to teach you how to do this within Canva. And again, I want you guys to understand the skills you're going to learn in Canva are going to transfer to any project you do. Canva, sublimation, all the things, you're gonna be able to kind of take this skill and apply it even into your own social media, into your own designing, logos, things like that. I am super excited to kind of touch on what we're doing today to make these new stickers. You are going to love this. This looks like a sticker that you would have bought, but actually we're designing it together. I'm going to teach you how to set this up, how to add the pattern to the back, and then you could add elements, things like that. So are you guys ready to dive in? It's gonna be so fun. You're going to love it. So
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's head over to Canva. Love it, love it, love it. Here is Canva. This is what our finish looks like, but what I wanna share with you is how to start from scratch, okay? So it is so, so good, and it's awesome. So I'm just going to add a page. So if you're in Canva and you're wondering what a page is, why do I need a page, things like that, it just separates out. You know, on Cricut, you just have one very large canvas, but in Canva, we like to break it out in pages. One thing to know is that you can size your pages to be whatever size you want, all right? We are just doing a 10-inch by 10-inch is what ours is set up for, and I think that's plenty for our sticker today. So first things first, we're going to grab an element. Now, if you look at this one, this is a rectangular design. This is the first option that you can veer astray. Throughout this training, I'm going to alert you when you can do something your own way, all right? This right here is a great opportunity to where you can follow my training, but do something totally your own way.
Absolutely.
This is a great step.
This first step, I want you all to think of this first step as your base for your sticker, your
Yes.
building block. So if you want a circular sticker, make it a circle. If
Yes.
you want a rectangular sticker, make it a
Yes.
rectangle. If you want a crazy like wavy pattern, we're building this from the bottom
Yes.
up, and
Yes,
this
yes, yes.
base is going to be the most important part.
Now, for example, this was our base, the rectangle. So if you're like, I actually want to cover a book, like I have not done stickers this large before.
Now we don't
This
have,
looks
do you want me to go grab a
incredible.
book to actually do it from start to finish?
No, it's fine. No,
Okay.
I think we're good with just the design today. I
Okay.
really want to let you guys know that the Canva course is so design specific. Even if you're traveling this summer, designing is still going to be so fun to do the course. So there is, you know, for whatever part you're designing for, the course is go help you get it designed and made. So super, super fun. I love it, love it, love it.
Another thing I want to make sure, Lisa asked, will we get a list of supplies needed for the Canva course? So you're not actually going to need supplies. You will need supplies if you want to create certain things, but a lot of what we're doing, your homework is all gonna be web-based.
Design.
Everything is gonna be web-based, so you
Yes.
actually don't need supplies for this course,
Yeah,
which is great.
Which is so good. So it's super, super good. It's all web-focused, design-focused, which is super, super good. A lot of you may be really considering like, oh, I need to make sure it's the perfect size. This is all customizable. So I'm just working in a 10 inch by 10 inch. I may make the sticker 2 by 3 inches by the time I print and cut it.
Yep.
Right? Like this is not the time to size it. This is the time to design. This is the time to like let free, like just have fun with it. So back over here to where we're at. We're on our new page. Step 1, create your page. 10 inch by 10 inch, anything like that, okay? Step 2, decide your shape, all right? Decide your shape. I'm just going over here to shapes, and you can see this is kind of like Cricut, a lot of basic shapes. We can grab a square, and we can go ahead and make it a rectangle.
You can even go, if you want to, you can even go to your elements, and let's say you wanted a wavy rectangle. You can search wavy rectangle, and you can find some things like that in elements as well.
Yeah.
So just know that there are, you have your, I would start with your base shapes, but there are options.
Yep. So you could even go over here, like this is a pro. Like if you wanted to make like a stamp or like a little stamp of like the city you're going to, things like that. Like that's what this reminds me of.
I love it.
Things like that. There's so many like different options. You could do a frame and fill that in, things like that. So that is available.
But I think for today, you all need to start with your basic shapes.
Yeah, so stick with a basic shape, pick what that is. It can be whichever basic shape you want. But that is going to be important, okay? So that's step 1, pick your shape, and then you can go ahead and change the color. For today's project, to keep simplicity happening, we are going to recreate the exact example. Sometimes I like to veer off and give a lot of options. I want you to really focus in on, we are just building this together, okay? Someone asked, how did you open a page? So if you're already in a document, there is a add page button. You can add as many pages as you want. You can take away pages, things like that. If you need to create a document, you can go to the home area, create new design, and type that in here. Perfect. So you went ahead and chose your rectangle or your shape, and then you're going to choose the color. This is our color today. This is here. This is awesome. Okay? We have opened the document. We have selected our rectangle. We have selected our color. That's it. Since you have done that, you are now going to add a text box. We are going to click text box, and we're going to click add a new text box. Boom. Beautiful. We have this text box here. You can see that this is a Songbird font. This is an option that you can veer astray. You can choose whatever font you want, but we are recommending thicker fonts. Why, Tanner, do you recommend a thicker font? Because we're putting a pattern behind the font. If it is not a thick font, you will not see the pattern.
Yes.
If it's a thin font and a odd pattern, you may not be able to read your text.
Absolutely.
We will give you examples of patterns you should not do.
Absolutely.
So, what do I recommend? Put this in the chat. If you're paying attention, if you're getting trained today, what should you put? It should be a what? A thick font.
Yes.
Okay? A thick font. So good. So good. Love it, love it, love it. Now, there are so many fonts to use. You have to have Canva Pro to upload fonts, right?
You do have to have Canva Pro to upload fonts, yes. But Canva does have lots of really, really good fonts that you can use if you want to use the free version. Just know, like we've been saying all week, if it has a little crown beside of it, it's gonna be a pro font. If it doesn't, then you can use it. So what I love to do personally, if you're looking for bold fonts and you don't know where to go, if you go to the drop down at the very top, there is different styles of fonts. So you see handwriting, corporate, nope, go back to font. Right under where you search, you can go on out and there's bold. If you keep going, there's a bold, and then it will show you all of your bold font options.
Beautiful, beautiful. So that's super, super fun. There's so many here. If you have a Maker's Gonna Learn one you love, you can also always just go to upload a font, and then we're gonna come over to this area, and we're gonna drag and drop our font. Very simple, and click open. Yes, upload. So it's uploading our font, and upload selected. And then bada bing, you can search Blake, and here we are. So you can see we have that right here, and then you can just type out focus on the good. Very tiny, so bear with me. I'm just scaling this up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then we can play around with, kind of like on the Cricut, we need to bring this line space in. So we are going to go right over,
Back. Over, right, right.
Oh my goodness, I'm losing my mind, my spacing. So right here we have letter spacing, and you can play around with this. This is something fun you can do with like how close the letters are together. Sometimes that like bugs me with certain fonts, but really what we're looking for is like the line spacing.
I also think that I would put on and I know on that specific one, it's on the same line.
Yeah.
Try it on the different line.
Yeah, every font is gonna be a little different when it comes to what you're working on.
And then I'd bring my sides in and put it like the sides of your text box. Don't make it smaller on the, yes, there you go. Bring it in and then take everything and shift it over to the left.
How do you?
So if you click on your text,
yeah,
and you go to the top where you see your.
Oh, are you saying
like
this?
that? Yes.
Oh, I love
that.
Okay, I'm vibing.
I'm vibing with that big time.
So notice what happens. So Lauren suggested we kind of do the alignment from align center to align left, and this is what it would be if you're doing align right. I don't really. I don't think anybody should be aligning right.
Sometimes I do like it, but not on this.
Not for today's project, not for the words, things like that. So, look at that.
I just think that looks so good.
It reminds me of a brand,
and then you can move it,
and like how they kind of do.
Like move it down to the corner more so.
Yeah.
I think that on a notebook would look so good.
So good, so good. So anyway, we're giving options. So again, this could be your centered option, and this font is a little bit more quirky, I feel like, but this one's a little bit more serious. So it depends on your vibe, it depends on what you're doing. So fun. Now, again, you have created your page in Canva. You have picture shape, you have picture color, and you've added your font, and you've typed it out and trained it, okay? The next step is we actually need this to be all white. We have to have it. We all have to do this. This is a non-negotiable. Highlight your entire text, and we're just going to go over here, and we're going to change it to white. All right? Are y'all with me? Are you guys with me? Okay, so good. So fun. Now, here is your next option, your next project, okay? You're going to click share, and you're going to click download, PNG, okay? You can do PNG, and then you can click, I just want to unselect all pages, and I'm going to select current page. Current page, I'm downloading it as a PNG. Click download, okay? It is downloading and saving to my computer. I can click on it right here. And then boom, I have this. Now, for a lot of us, we'd be like, this is a great sticker, Lauren.
Yeah, and it is.
It is.
It's
Amen.
a very nice looking sticker.
Yes.
But we're not done yet.
We are not done yet. So what we will do is we are going to say, thank you so much for letting me know it downloaded. What you're going to do now is you're going to add a page, okay? Click add page. It just creates like a little extra crafty area.
Yes.
And this is very common for crafters like us to have all these different pages. Right? Like we've played around with this so much.
Yeah.
Okay? So anyway, super, super fun. What we're going to do is we're going to now go to upload. I am going to actually upload the file I just downloaded. Isn't that funny?
Yep.
So the reason why is so that we can remove the background, and you can do this many ways.
Yes.
I'm going to preference. We're using how to do it in Canva. You could do this in so many programs.
Yes, you
I could
can.
actually do this without even using Canva and just use the Mac. You could probably do it in just PC. We are using how to use this tool for Canva's purpose today.
Yes.
Now, we're gonna drag, we're gonna drop. Once we are here, we are going to select, and then we are going to go to edit image.
Yes.
And after we're here under edit image, I want to show you, this is kind of like the aha moment of yesterday with Lauren's training, where it's like, wait, Canva is so much more than Design Space. Canva is so much more. The amount of effects that you have the ability to use is insane.
It really is. I was actually playing around with it earlier, and what we're fixing to do, I just want to be clear, this is a pro feature. But like Tanner said, there are so many different softwares out there.
Yeah.
If you don't have pro, you can go to those free softwares and remove the background if you want to. It's just so much easier to do it in Canva, and we're going to teach you how to do it in Canva. Like I said, Google free background removal tool if you don't want to pay for Canva Pro.
Period.
Do we
Easy
think
peasy.
Canva Pro is worth every penny? Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. So we're just going to see here Magic Studio. I love these Magic Studio things. It's so good. We're going to click background remover, and it's go think for a second, and then like boom, boom, boom.
And it looks like nothing happened.
It does look like nothing happened.
It looks
Isn't
like
that funny?
absolutely nothing happened.
So good.
But that's where the magic does happen.
That's where the magic starts, okay? So, are you guys ready for this? We're going to go outside of that area. We're going to go down to...
Elements.
Gosh, I know. I'm like, this is so fun. I'm so excited. We were searching, remember, this is the same area where we grabbed our shape. What I love about Canva is it kind of like solidifies everything. So your images, your graphics, like everything's together. We can do like block patterns. Let's see what happens when you search block patterns. Let's see what happens. So there's a lot of options.
Try checkerboard.
Checkerboard, ooh.
Yeah.
Checker, if I could spell. Ooh. Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, I'm trying to see what this base color we have, what we could work with. I'm just prowling around, y'all. I'm doing like a little...
Just a little one over. And just so you know, some of these block patterns are editable, where you can change the colors. Just so you know.
Okay, so we're going to grab, first off, I think a pattern that has off colors, not white, or more easily readable. That's a term. We have this pattern.
See, that one is editable. You can change those colors of that checker pattern.
Wow. So I could literally change. Could literally change it to like whatever I wanted. Like,
yes.
That's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Whoa.
Not saying that you want those, but like put that hot pink in it.
Ooh.
And change the other one to that purple. And let's just see what that looks like. I don't really much care. Do it the hot pink and orange. Change the purple to orange.
Wow. Let's see what happens. So look, we can select it after we've played around with this color. We can go here to layers. And under layer, very similar to Cricut, we can click send to back. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Actually, I just need to
I would,
move it down.
yes.
Wow. Okay, let's zoom in. Is there anyone else like Tanner? I can't see nothing. That's me. Okay, so then look, you can play around with like the exact position of the checker. One thing that's interesting is where, like how it's played out is you can't really tell it's a checker.
You can shrink it down though
To see more, which I love
to see
that.
more of the checker and then just duplicate it.
Yes. Let me just move this over. Do. And then you can scale it down. So what she's saying is we could like,
But I'm also not really feeling that behind it.
No,
But
I'm
just
not.
let's try something else.
yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna delete this one. Also just wanna show y'all, you know, up here with this one, like this is a really fun like cheetah pattern or like abstract pattern, things like that. There's a lot of different ones. So we could just search through literally just any pattern.
Search the word pattern.
Yep. So when you search pattern, this is gonna give you a lot of patterns. So you could see there's so many different fun, like editable patterns, things like that that you could pop in. These are all like dark. You could even be as
Maybe
specific
try
as you
searching
want.
wave pattern. I think that's kind of what that other one was a wave pattern.
Yes. So good. I'm gonna do wave pattern colorful. If I could spell colorful. Beautiful. Ooh.
Yeah, those are all really pretty.
Okay, let me scale this down.
I almost think that I would turn it on its side because right now the colors are going to be, you see how it's going to be
Yeah.
one color through each word?
Yeah. So let me share with you how to do that. There's this little button here at the bottom middle. You can just rotate it. Look at that. So now what we would do is, if I was on the right page, look at this. Can I move it like that? Let me just
Yeah,
pop.
you can move it down. You can just move it to each one.
Beautiful.
Just keep moving.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then what we're going to do is, see, look, that's one thing I love about it. I feel like I should have to have copied it from here.
Right.
And pasted it, but like you
don't
can
have
just
to.
drag. I love it, love it, love it. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna scale this down. Go make sure that it's good. And then look what we're gonna do. Go back to layer, send to back. This is a great example of one that you're like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be great.
And then you get
can't
there
read it.
and you can't read it.
Right? So crazy. So then we're like, okay, we're back on the hunt. We're back on the hunt. And this is part of the fun. Like this is literally part of the fun. So let's see what else we got.
We could also no, we can't now that we've downloaded it.
I know we could change the color, which is fine. We can play with this challenge. One thing to know is like it's super easy. This could be one, but then the problem with this pattern is this middle color.
But you can change it.
Okay, let's change it.
You can
This
change
is
it.
so fun. This is like
Yeah.
something that Cricut could
I
never.
would change it to like that pink and burnt orange color. I would do like
Ooh, I'm loving that.
and I would even create a burnt orange almost.
Yeah, I'm like seeing if either one of these is even workable. Trying to see. So let's go ahead and click here.
Go to that first one.
Yes, and we're just go kind of
Make it a little darker.
Ooh, is this too?
Just bring
is
it on
that
down.
Too burnt?
Bring it on down. On that's a little too much. On down.
You think
Let it
down?
go. Let it go.
You like that?
It's not showing up on there though.
I know. Wow, hasn't it shows up in the corner?
But it's not showing up on
I
that.
know.
Click on the image again. I don't know. Try changing it again. Interesting.
Hello.
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 Okay.
Well, now it changed my pink.
Yeah, I would change the pink to a little bit darker. Not brighter, darker. Down. On down.
Lauren, it's
Right
black.
there. It's not black.
It's getting there. It's dark.
Now, put it behind that though.
I know. See, that's the thing.
Trust the process. Trust me. Now put it behind there.
Ooh.
Tell me that doesn't look good.
It looks good. It looks good. It's dark. I love
I mean,
it.
you can lighten it though.
Yeah, you can. So that's super fun. You have this option. I love that you can play around with this and do so much of this. Barbara, if you want to register for your spot, go ahead and enroll. We just dropped you the link so you can enroll in our CANVA course launching June 4th. So anyway, there's so many options. This is really, really fun as well.
It does look really dark. I don't know why. It doesn't look as dark. It didn't look as dark from back here.
Yeah, I think it's just the screen, and then like CANVA wasn't updating as fast, so that's also just a consideration.
But the cool thing is if you don't like it, you can change it to what you do like.
That is so cool. Now, the last thing we did after we picked our pattern is we just added some of these flowers. Like that's all we did. And again, the flowers are customizable too. So how did we get the flowers, right? How did we get the flowers? Okay, so the last thing we did was we just went over here and searched flowers. And you could see that you can just go search flower. And then look, here it is under graphic. You can scale it down. What color should our little flowers be?
I think it should just stay.
I love it.
You can also, one other thing that you can do if you want to create something that is very cohesive, if you, on that specific element, if you hover over that element on the tool, not there, over there where you chose it.
Oh yeah.
There's 3 dots that come up. You can search a collection.
Wow.
Down to the bottom,
Fun.
view collection.
And you can see, oh my gosh, so now all of the pieces
So
that
now
go
all the
together.
pieces that artist created for that collection can now be found together. So you could add like some other flowers or some greenery.
Yes.
And now once you have your pieces there, you can even go back and change your pattern on the background to match the colors on your...
Because I'm like, I love, 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 love. You know, you have all these little accessory pieces that you can play around with. So anyway, yeah, we just added some of these little flowers. So fun, so fun, so fun. I'm going to scale it down just a little bit more. Beautiful. Zoom in here.
And then I would, once you got that, I really do think I would go back and change those colors to match the colors on the front.
Yeah. So fun.
Put that, the little one that has the 3 flowers on it.
Where do you think they should go? I was
I
like,
liked
is this
it
too
down
much?
at the bottom where you had it.
I was like, is this too much?
Now what you can do is click your pattern that's behind there. If you can go to your layers.
Yes, my layers. Where are my layers?
Click on your image first of all.
Beautiful.
Now you should say see position.
Position.
Layers.
Layers. Is this not so fun? This
And
is,
now you can select your
look, y'all.
pattern.
This is literally your layers panel. So
Yes.
if I wanted to be like, I want to play around with my pattern for a minute, I could literally just move it up, and then boom, there's my pattern. I'm going to click right here.
And now all of your coordinating colors are there. So I would choose like that pink and yellow would be really pretty.
Ooh. Let's see.
I would probably go with a lighter pink beside of it right there.
Ooh.
Now move it back to the back.
Okay, now you're like, Tanner, how am I going to get back to the layers panel, right? Go ahead, click position, and it's already at layers, and we're just going to bring it back down. Ooh, y'all, come on. Come on. I love it. So good. So good. I don't like the flowers anymore.
But I like those colors.
I love the colors.
That's what I was thinking, like grab those colors, put it on your page, coordinate all of those colors, and then take those flowers off and do the little white flowers.
Yes, I love my little white flowers. So you could do this, you can customize the colors. Again, y'all, I'm just gonna do this one as like a period. Like, period, little flower period. So fun. Focus on the good, period. So much fun. So that's part of the process of getting to play around with this, having the fun with it. Rocking this design is so incredible. Again, I'm going to just go ahead and share with you how to take it to the next level, which is just click share, go to download. You're going to click all pages, unselect all, select current, okay, and download. What we're going to do then is take our image we just made and put it in Cricut. So super simple. We will click on our new project. We are going to cancel what we are doing, and we're just going to upload it again, just like we did already. Upload an image, browse, recent, and we need to find hello there too. Beautiful. Click open and continue. And then all you need to do is clean out the,
That's it.
yep. And then look, you're good to go. Already removed it. You can double check and see it's such a high quality image. Press apply and continue. And it's a flat graphic. I am loving that new term for
Yep.
cut.
I love it.
Love it, love it, love it. Upload. And here is your sticker. This is where you get to design it now and size it. So you would measure your book. Let's just, for purpose of the training, grab your tape measure. I have this beautiful
There should have been one in front of the little thing.
Love it, it's right here. We're just gonna measure this. So we're like, okay, we have about less than 5 inches to play with by 5 by 8. So you have 5 by 8 to work with. And then you could just size it. So you want it to be, you know, you could even unlock it. So you could kind of stretch it. And it's less than 5. So it's like 4.7 by 7, which would be a perfect size, okay? So this is super, super good. You can press make it, save the project, sticker, and then here you go. It'll be set up and it'll be ready to go. And as you can see, some of the designing that you have in your back pocket is different than Cricut. Like, I just want to be very upfront and honest that Canva is not in competition with Cricut.
Nope.
Almost every tool, Lauren, that we just used today, we couldn't have done just in Cricut.
No, there are some things that are similar with
Yes.
both programs. They might be called something different.
Yes.
But it's just so, and the reason that I think having a second design software in your back pocket is super important is because on the days that one of them is not working,
Sure.
you have the other one to work with.
Yes. I mean, you have more stability.
Yes.
You have more ability to customize. Like, I love that you could take that pattern and then just pop in 2 colors and it changed the whole pattern. You know, Makers Gonna Learn makes it so easy to grab patterns and try out different ones, but we don't have the ability to do all to this level of custom.
Yes.
So this allows you to have another option. Like, I just want to be very clear. I think before people are like, oh, I'm gonna learn Canva just to, you know, switch and like not use Cricut. That's not what we're teaching. That's not what we encourage. It is and not or. It is
Yes.
Cricut and Canva. It's
Not
it's
Cricut.
Makers Gonna Learn and Canva. Like, it's not just Canva. It is not just Cricut. It is part of our tool belt. It is all working in partnership.
Yes.
It is super fun. How is this going to print and cut in Cricut? Julie, it is set up, ready to go.
Just like normal.
Just like normal. It would print it out. It would cut the full rectangle, and you'd be good to go. So,